Alrighty, hello everybody. Oh shoot, I gotta feed lady really quick. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Yes, yes, yes. Hey Salve. Hey Tea Leaf, hey Joy. Hey Joey. That shirt looks really comfy. It is really comfy. This is one of the shirts I got. Actually, I think this is my only. Was this? Yeah, I think this was from CPAC. I think this was a CPAC um souvenir. Because that was CPAC was the first time I had like traveled somewhere in a long time. And so I was like, oh, I'll get a souvenir. And it's a pretty comfy shirt. I don't know, it's just a very casual, chilling out shirt today. And a very casual comment on data centers and the hum. Ooh, thank you, Ariel. Adding it to the lineup. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wasn't gonna stream today because I just haven't been feeling amazing lately. I gotta adjust something. How long am I on tonight? I don't know, probably a couple hours, like usual. What's when needed? Oh, good palate cleanser when needed. Yeah, it's been a rough day. Not for me personally. Well, it's been a rough day a little bit. Mostly because hello, no. Oh my gosh, cat! I literally just fed you, dude. Canadian Goose, thank you for 20 Canadian. Hey DD, hope you're doing okay. Sorry to start the stream off with something truly horrifying, but the Israeli Knesset just passed a law that allows the courts to give the death sentence to Palestinians convicted. Yeah, I know. I saw. Let me go feed Miss too because she is being a butthead, and then we'll be right back. Hey, Uncle Samurai, hey, Danny Sullivan. Yeah, the Knesset thing is fucking awful, and Palestinians convicted of lethal attacks. Thank you very much for $5 Canadian, Canadian Goose. I don't know. I've had a really weird day today because one of my many ADHD-isms is that and this will be a shock to everybody, I'm sure. My sleep schedule absolutely fucking cracked. Like my sleep schedule is bonkers. Does not make sense. In that my body, regardless of how tired I am, my body will only let me get like 5 to 6 hours of sleep generally speaking. Which leads to me, like yesterday, I worked through the day, had a really busy day, and Co and I got home around 8 because we had kind of a like very middle of the day heavy day. And we kind of conked down around 9, just like fell asleep. But that means that I woke up around like 1 or 2. And tried to go back to sleep a little bit, kind of floundered, and I was up by like 4, which isn't the worst thing in the world because I had kind of a fire in my belly, and I wrote, y'all, this essay I'm working on. It is gonna be a decent amount longer than a nostalgia essay. It is currently at I think it's about at 12,000 words now. Like it's going wrong, but I'm very happy with where it is. I think I should be able to finish it and finalize it tomorrow, and hopefully be able to record it by the end of the week and get started on that. And then I'd like, and that's with the other projects and stuff that I'm trying to balance and work on right now. Yeah, it's just been on top of that. It's always a weird day when I feel really good about the work I've done, but the world is in fucking shambles. And that's kind of the day. Sheba, love the shirt. Did I go see the Blossoms this Saturday? No, this is from I was gonna say last year, but I guess 2 years ago from when I went to CPAC. Oh my god. CPAC was 2 years ago. My CPAC video. Holy shit. But yeah, because also like, sorry, give me a second. Because also, I do my best work when I first wake up. Like that's when I'm most clear-headed. That's when I have all my focus and energy. And it's not that I don't work throughout the day, because I do. It's just that if I'm writing, that's when it's clearest for me. Yeah. So Israel's parliament approves the death penalty for Palestinians convicted of murdering Israelis. The problem is that, look, if you think that this is that these are going to be fair convictions, or that they're going to actually stick to this to the letter of whatever law they're trying to use to justify it, I've got bridges to sell you. Like, if you've seen a lot of people decrying this, it is because they have inched even closer to just openly declaring, like practically proudly, with that fucking psycho Ben Gavir cracking champagne. Like, can you imagine if we had a lawmaker? Well, we do have lawmakers that are that fucking bloodthirsty. We have Randy Fine. We have shitheads like him. We have shitheads like Jim Jordan. Like, yeah, okay, we do have those people. Did I play XCOM? I have not. I played a decent amount of, I actually played a good amount of what was Marvel XCOM? Oh, Midnight Suns. I fucking loved Midnight Suns. That might have been my game of the year the year it came out. Like, I don't even really cap for Marvel anymore. Like, certainly not like I used to when I was a young chungus, but man, isn't Palestinian and Israeli killer / murderer in their eyes? Yeah. No, they literally, come on, baby. There we go. We have been blessed, everybody. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my. Okay. Hey baby. Hey baby. Ah! She just like crawls up here and holds on to me like she just told what she does. She expects me to just let her be. You can hear her purring. She does. She just fucking sits here and rubs her dumb little head on me. Just interrupts everything. Oh my gosh. Fucking little snuggle bug. If you're gonna purr, do it in the mic. So dumb. Yeah, this is probably I don't want to fucking rank today's news in order of severity because there's a lot of really awful shit out there. Davian Cowboy, how many cats are there? Just one. I just have this one right now. And I have Lady, but Lady's not a cat. Passage of the bill marked the culmination of a years-long drive by the far right to escalate punishment for Palestinians convicted of nationalistic offenses. Prime Minister Netanyahu came to the Knesset vote to vote for the bill in person. So I guess that answers if he's really dead or not. The law makes the death penalty by hanging the default punishment for West Bank Palestinians convicted of nationalistic killings. So that's like any action, by the way. Like if you want to know, they will. I guarantee they will be using this justification for any action any Palestinian raises their hand against an Israeli. Also gives Israeli courts the option of imposing the death penalty on Israeli citizens convicted on similar charges, language that legal experts say effectively confines those who can be sentenced to death to Palestinian citizens of Israel and excludes Jewish citizens. Israel's firebrand Minister of National Security, Itamar Ben-Gvir, who spearheaded the push, brandished a bottle in celebration. Far-right lawmaker Limor Son Har-Malek, one of the bill's original sponsors, whose first husband was killed in a Palestinian militant attack on the West Bank, smiled through tears. Hi. Nothing much so far. Just Israel being the fucking worst. Hello, Kevin. And the cat being adorable, yes. Kitty doesn't know about the horrors of the world. No, I've been doing my best to shield her from the terrors of the world. No, it is so much of, especially the more recent developments in Israel, I hope have awoken people to what a just terrible despotic fucking state it is. Because it is like there were the posts going around about them locking out disabled people from bomb shelters. Like people in wheelchairs, they will wheel out and lock them out of bomb shelters when everybody goes into their fucking shelters. Like it is such a blatant. It's like it's just liberal Nazis. That's what it is. It is the ultimate illusion of liberal progress. Look how shiny everything is. Look at we accept gay people. Look, anybody can come here. Look, people of any color. But the second any of that is pushed or inspected in any way, it's an ethno-nationalist genocide state. Ugh. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta put Kibben down. Everybody say goodbye to Kibben. Everybody say goodbye to Kibben. Oh yeah, future trade possible. The idea that U.S. troops in Iran will not be met with Israelis fighting alongside them. I was finishing reading because I took a little bit of a divergent path around reading some of the books I've been reading, and I was finishing reading the Fort Bragg Cartel, and one of the things I'd like, again, this book was written a couple years ago, but it chronicles the development of JSOC, of the operators, particularly that come out of Fort Bragg, and a lot of the controversies around there. And it is basically a timeline of how the war on terror, and just blank checks from the military apparatus, the military industrial complex, all the way down, allowed for these criminal networks of drug trafficking and murder to be facilitated by fucking special operators. And one of the things that they talk about, because the section I'm reading is on somebody who was responsible, it was an interview with somebody who was responsible for doing like getting passports, like for spy shit. You know, like literally they would give passports and talk about how like Visa and MasterCard have agreements with the State Department for people traveling abroad so that people can go undercover as a civilian and everything about their cover will check out. One of the only countries, the only country that they said that they said was exempt from any kind of spying, that you never do anything. Doesn't matter if you're JSOC, doesn't matter if you're Delta Force, doesn't matter like what branch of Black Ops bullshit you're doing. It was a absolute 0% no-go for spying on anything to do with Israel. And when those operators would go and train with IOF commandos, it talked all about how the Israelis would put the commandos in rooms. They would make sure they knew where they were sleeping. They would make all the arrangements for like the hotels, and all of those hotels would be bugged and monitored. And it's like, it's so fucking... It's been this way for so long. And like, to the point, I cannot imagine that there is anything but the absolute fucking worst blackmail somebody in Israel has. I cannot fathom. Yeah, Igramulya. Like, I'm not shocked. I'm just like... It gets you wondering. Oh, and Kat's back. Look at this. Look at this smug little biscuit. Look at her. Look at that. She said, no, mommy, I want you to. Yep, this is just what she wants to do on me all the time. Her little tail is wiggling too. Her little tail's going swish, swish. You are a bugger. You know that? You're a booger. Ow. Let us hold her so you can focus on stream. I'm sure some people are getting annoyed with the cat on stream. So, Kira Jen Mestig, need to go to bed soon, but wanted to greet you and everybody. You're so cute today. Thank you. It's borderline logical thinking. That is blackmail. And it's like, granted, I know that that's so... Like, that's such conspiratorial, bottom-of-the-barrel bullshit, but it's like, I legitimately... You're telling me that this is the one country on fucking Earth that we offer military support to but will not spy on while they spy on us? Like, what is the fucking... Why are we so afraid of goddamn Israel? Like, there is a... It cannot just be, as much as I know there are the religious and evangelical psychos and the end times bringers and the people who see Israel as like this is the final, the book of Revelation coming true and like all that horseshit. I do not believe that the people actually calling the shots, the decision makers, are that much driven by that. And it is at every turn, it is the most cravenly cruel, sociopathic, evil country I've seen. Like the shit that they are doing on the fucking daily is all the stuff that, like, as a kid, we would hear, you know, like, oh, they do this in North Korea. Oh, they do this in Afghanistan. Oh yeah, no kings, no kings. Yeah, Kakame, we did. So we went to No Kings. Thank you, by the way, to everybody who showed up. Really fucking disappointed. Really fucking disappointed. Devil Moon, thank you for Devil Moon 87. Thank you for subscribing with Prime, and Comrade Malad, thank you for following. So really quick, moving away from Israel to No Kings. So we went to, and granted, it seemed as though there were two big different protest groups here in Spokane, and we were already at the smaller one, and then we broke off from that smaller one to go be an even smaller one and protest the ICE facility, the ICE detainment facility in downtown Spokane. The problem with that is that it felt like nothing. It felt like 40, 50, I think it got up to maybe 100 people at the other protest. And there were people there. It was the things that I told people, like, hey, these are the reasons why you should go to protest. Hey, these are the reasons why people, you know, are going for community engagement. It's not just about, you know, fucking showing bumper sticker. God, cat, you got hair all over me. Not just about showing bumper sticker slogans and holding up signs talking about, you know, kissing Putin's ass or Trump is Elon's slave, like any of that dumb lib brunch bullshit. It is about meeting up with people who have communication with aid networks, who are forming aid networks, who are getting together. And it's not just aid networks, but it's education, it's safety and training, it's medical training. It is stuff that in any kind of emergency, people will need to know. And I am glad for anybody who went to No Kings, who was able to make those connections, who was able to find those groups in their area. But as a whole, seeing that one picture of, here, let me see if I can find it really quick. Seeing these pictures. Nehemiah, sorry, I can't donate tonight. I want to say the reason we cater so much to Israel is not because Israel controls, terrifies the U.S. We need Israel and can't risk upsetting them anyway. Yeah, you're probably right. And don't worry about donating. It's fine. Yeah, you're probably right. Like, it feels to me that, granted, I am sometimes just spitting shit at the wall. But I could easily, and I think it is definitely an Occam's razor situation where, like, yeah, they give us the most power in the region. Like, they are a firm ally in a place that we need to have allies. Local protest by me was underwhelming. Yeah. Chapek Corral, was it bigger in Spokane last time or this time? Last time. So again, last time I went to a different location. That location still had a protest, and that was the one everybody went to, because that was the like indivisible / the No Kings organization, the people actually putting that together. That's their protest. The one downtown was a little bit more of a spin-off, and then the one going to the ICE facility and like showing up and being near the ICE doors and everything, that was much more, that was a bunch of the more community organizing and minded people. Like, as we were walking over there, we had people with us, for example, who were in Black Bloc, people with us who were medics, people with us who were trying to coordinate and make sure, hey, are you safe? Hey, did the cops do this? But for the people who didn't fucking see on the video, like, Spokane PD is notoriously vicious. Like, we have one of the most, for a relatively small city, we have a inordinately violent shitheel police population. And that was on fucking full display. Like, I was right there. All right, so we started walking. Excuse me. Cat's triggering my allergies. So we started walking away from towards the ICE detention facility, and bike cops immediately blocked our path. And you can see all this on the video, on the live stream. And within like a couple minutes, one of the bike cops just fucking pushes a woman full force, like an older 50, 60-year-old woman. She said that he grabbed her tit. I didn't see it from that angle. Couldn't tell you. But she was pissed off, understandably, because this fucking dipshit with his toddle tykes tear gas launcher, this dude looks like he just started growing fucking facial hair. With big old fucking Urkel-ass safety goggles. And he's loading up and getting a tear gas gun ready for bear against, like, maybe 40 people. Like, maybe 40 people who the only thing we had done to warrant this antagonism was just walk towards an ICE detention facility. Nobody was being violent. It was just a fucking march. It wasn't even, we hadn't even gone out, well, we had spilled out into the road a little bit, but, like, we hadn't gone and, like, tried to take over the road or the street or any of that shit. It was... And then the cops came and beat the shit out of 2 people and arrested them. And it's so disheartening to see that and not even see pushback for that in our city. How'd you hear about this branch? All I could find the info about was the B.A. Clark Park one. Somebody told me about it. I thought the B.A. Clark Park one was the only one because that was the same place it was last time. Then I had a friend tell me, like, hey, are you going to the B.A. Clark Park? Or I heard. So it's kind of like a through the grapevine type thing. Sorry. El Salve, thank you very much for $10. I've noticed that the only meaningful yet deadly protests that managed to achieve some goals in 21st century U.S. have been the George Floyd protest. This will escalate as long as Trump is in office. Yeah. Well, yeah. What was it fucking Portland? The Portland, here, let's watch this really quick. Okay. Ease up, Ricardo. You're putting too much pizzazz on it. We're fucking talking about a No Kings rally. Come on, dude. He's really, I kind of dig it, but he's opening it up like, okay, this guy feels like, can't seem to hear it, just me. Can you not hear the video? Video sound, oh no. Okay, let me see if, all right, how about now? Let me know. All right, we're going to take it back a second.
And then marched along the mall. Fox 5's Chad Ricardo is on the ground talking with those protesters tonight.
That's right, guys. We're talking about the sights, the sounds, the signs, and most important.
How about that? Can you hear? Okay, perfect. Yeah, this guy has a real local cable news energy. Like, this guy has a real, like, I got assigned covering a cat fashion show and I'm going to make the best of it vibe. And that's what he's bringing to covering one of the largest protests in the country. I kind of, like, I guess I gotta respect it. The sights, the sounds, the sign. Yeah, great.
Importantly, the passions of the people. It's the No Kings rally from right here in Washington, D.C. Thousands of demonstrators gathered on Saturday morning at Memorial Circle in Arlington, Virginia.
This dude. Hey, Ricardo, why you putting that swag on it? Why you? Like, there's nothing about this that necessitates this level of attitude. Because it wasn't just he came in hot. You know, he came in hot in the opening with the sights, the sounds, the sign. Like, he was getting into it. But now you can obviously hear he's recording voiceover somewhere else for this footage. And he still has this attitude. This is just how he talks to people. This is just his regular day-to-day.
With a desire to have their collective voices heard. Protesters were armed with signs, with slogans, with banners expressing their displeasure with President Trump as well as his administration.
Okay, hang on, chat. Like, do you think that there was an editor in the room that was like, hey, could we get another take where you don't sound like you're talking about a county fair coming this week? Can we get another take where you don't sound like you're trying to hype up a moment in a children's book to a group of third graders? And we're here at the big rally looking at all the signs. Like, Sunday. Do you think he does cameos? DJ voice. No, he has a DJ voice for sure.
Now the march, it began at 10 a.m. as the droves in attendance sang and chanted in unity for their common cause. And in what was described as a powerful moment, the march matriculated across the Memorial Bridge, moving from Virginia into the nation's capital. With D.C. landmarks.
Hey, Ramuli, I thank you for $2. She talks like this, ordering bagels for work. And I'll just have another on Asiago. But then also, can I have another with the schmear on everything? Like, that's fucking crazy. That's so funny. Bro's a magician at a kid's birthday party trying to keep the kid's attention on the hat. Oh, man.
The Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument as backdrops. The emotion was poignant, the energy palpable.
This is okay. No, this is Fox DC. This is Fox local. Okay. You know what, chat? Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense to me all of a sudden. I was like, there is just a 0% chance that this Ron Burgundy type beat is on Fox National, Fox Local. That I understand. That makes sense to me.
Fox 5 was told that some arrived as early as 6 a.m. as individuals traveled to the district from places such as Rhode Island, from Vermont.
I can't fucking go a sentence, dude, without laughing, because every time he comes in, they traveled as far as at 6 a.m. Like, he's so fucking hyped. This has changed my entire attitude. This has changed my entire day. My mood, completely redeemed. This is incredible. The Fox semi pro leagues is fucking, so funny.
From Texas and Minnesota. But whether they came from near or far, those in attendance had one goal: to send a message to the president.
So we're getting tariffed on items we cannot possibly do in this country. I'm already a U.S. manufacturer, and I have to get my products from around the world.
I think just people are just fed up, and just more and more people galvanized to have the same common goal.
I mean, I think it's important that we are starting so young. You have to start at a young age. You know, we know that our rights are slowly going away, and we don't want that to happen.
That's right. We have heard from the people. We have witnessed their passion. We have felt their purpose. It's the No Kings rally from right here in Washington, D.C.
There was a massive turnout for No Kings rallies in other cities across the country today as well. In New York, thousands took to the streets to denounce the...
Incredible. Incredible. Just like, yeah, no, exactly. Sounding like he's telling you what's coming next on next time on Dragon Ball Z. Like, and not even, no, not needed at all. The dude just sounds like that for the love of the game. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Hella Dedry, thank you very much for following. Look, honestly, I might just tune into Fox Local DC again just for this guy. This guy kind of whips. I'm gonna add this to my to my favorites. Oh my gosh. All right, that's pretty good. What else do we got here? Oh boy, we have oh yeah. So last time we talked about the Trump admin's new White House app, and I said, please, for the love of God, for the love of all things holy, do not, I repeat, do not download this. Not even as a bit, not as a gag, not even as a hey, what? Because being me, I was like, I did not download it, by the way. Being me, I was like, you know what? I'll probably, like, if there's, actually something on it, I'll check it out. If it turns out to be a messaging app, that would be fucking funny to look at. Nobody using it. But turns out Trump's official White House app is tracking your GPS location every 4.5 minutes. A developer just decompiled it and found the entire tracking pipeline compiled into production. What they found is worse than you think. Every 4.5 minutes when you use the app, it pulls your exact GPS coordinates. Every 9.5 minutes when it runs in the background. Accuracy, timestamp, latitude, longitude, all of it syncs to one signal, a third-party push notification company, not a government server, a private company. One signal receives your GPS coordinates, whether the app was in foreground or background, timestamps, device identifiers for cross-device tracking. The tracking pipeline is fully compiled in. One set location shared, true call away from activating. The app requests background location permissions, find location, course location. Most users will approve without reading. All right. What is this app? React Native app built with blah, 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 running on JavaScript. The back end is WordPress with a custom REST API. The app was built entirely by an entity called 45 Press, according to the Expo config. The actual app logic is compiled into a 5.5 megabyte Hermes bytecode bundle, the native Java side. I understand probably about every other word here. This means nothing to me. This all, whatever this is what it looks like whenever I try and get fucking Daggerfall running on a DOS box. Goth Booty Goblin, thank you for following. Lotus Land PW, thank you also for following. All right. I extracted every string from the Hermes bytecode bundle, filtered for URLs, AP apps content. Here are the endpoints. All right, news articles, the Wire news feed, live streams, photo galleries, policy issues, priorities, achievements, drug price, media bias section is fucking crazy. Also, having a proxy Twitter feed, that was the other thing I saw people talk about. Mechanicus speak. I should talk like one of the fucking the Techno Mechanicus. React Native app built with Expo, running on the Hermes JavaScript engine. Daggerfall Unity. Consent / paywall bypass injector. The app has a web view for opening external links. Every time a page loads, the app injects a JavaScript snippet. I found it in the Hermes bytecode string table. So, Read that carefully. It hides cookie banners, GDPR consent dialogues, OneTrust pop-ups, login walls, sign-up walls, upsell prompts, paywall elements. It forces to re-enable scrolling on pages where consent dialogues lock the scroll. Added an official U.S. government app is injecting CSS and JavaScript into third-party websites to strip away their cookie consent dialogues, GDPR banners, login gates, and paywalls. Fucking wild. That's fucking crazy. I don't understand most of this, so I'm not going to. Whether foreground, background, data goes here. Tracking isn't unconditionally active, but the entire pipeline includes permission strings, interval constants, fused location requests, capture logic, background scheduling, and the sync to OneSignal's API, all of them fully compiled, one call away from activating. So at any point, they can use it. It is not that by downloading this app, they will, first off, they do have access to that information. It is not that it is always on and there's always one person dedicated to watching you, but it is that they are actively gathering data and can gather more data on your specific device. It seems like that's what I think I'm reading here. Lot more than push notifications. They can tag users for segmentation, associate phone numbers with user profiles, cross-device user identification, track user actions and conversations, conversions, notification tab tracking, full in-app message lifecycle tracking, Jesus Christ, consent gating, supply chain loading JS from some guy's GitHub pages. The app embeds YouTube videos using the React Native YouTube iframe library. This library loads its player HTML from the lonelycpp.github.io. Oh, that's fucking funny. The app, whatever, like, hack-ass developers they hired to make this piece of shit, it links to somebody else's GitHub for how it puts YouTube videos in there. Fat Olds, thank you for following. Mia Stoners, thank you for subscribing. Fuck Warren, fuck guys. Hello, represent. Piccolo the Goat, what's your favorite 60s or early 70s band? Probably Sabbath. Sabbath, or you know what? If it would be, like, if we're talking rock, it's Sabbath. If we're talking other stuff, it's probably Marvin Gaye. I can throw on pretty much any Marvin Gaye album anytime and just have it in the background all the time. This is a government app loading code from a random person's GitHub pages. That's so fucking funny. Supply chain, Elf site widget platform. Oh, Rush is up there, Joey. I like Rush. But I like Rush. I want to get more into 70s rock because it's something I have to take band by band because 60s and 70s weren't really my bag. My mom listened to a little bit of that, so I got a little bit of it through osmosis. But it was stuff, it was some Rush, it was Zeppelin, it was, Eagles, Journey, that kind of stuff. But my mom was mostly an 80s metalhead, so that's kind of where a lot of my experience is. Supply chain, everything else. MailChimp, Upload Care, Truth Social. Truth Social has a hard-coded HTML embed with Trump's profile and a follow on Truth Social button. I can't. Not strictly 70s, but Heart for me. Yeah, Heart's really fucking good. Rush is an acquired taste. I don't know if Rush is an acquired taste, honestly. Like because Rush is one of those bands I got into. Like I listened to like 2112 and the that one that one, and it has the fucking song that sounds like a ghost song. God, what is it? It's something about witches, I think. It's been a minute since I listened to it. Fly by night away from here. Deep cuts from ZZ Top and Almost Atomic Rooster. Do I like the band Sacred Reich? I'm trying to remember. Sacred Reich, again, when you get into heavier stuff, like really 90s through, it's so hit and miss for me, because if I hear it, if it's good music, I'll probably like it. Like that's it. But it falls into, there's so many excuse me. Sacred Reich is one of those where I know I've heard their stuff, but it's kind of like Manowar, where a lot of the like cover art and everything kind of just blends together for me with other like metal sounds. What else? They remind me of Amon Amarth too a little bit, even though I understand those things are not, those are entire. There's going to be people out there, metalheads, who are like, oh, there's nothing. Like, I get it. I know they're not alike. It's purely an aesthetic confusion just because I haven't listened to them enough, so it all blends together in the background. Did we go over trans targeting yet? Not yet. Mingus Thelonious. Thelonious Monk? Fucking love Thelonious Monk. Oingo Boingo? Eh. King Diamond. I fuck with King Diamond. I fuck with King Diamond. I fuck with King Diamond. And no, there's a lot of those like weirder. King Diamond and Merciful Fate are kind of entwined in my mind. Where it is just like, this is very like kind of there's an operatic quality to a lot of it. It's very Granguinal. It's very kind of campy yet serious. I like that stuff. Those are things that, like, Merciful Fate is another one that's like, you kind of have to, the vocals are a little bit of an acquired taste. Yeah, exactly. Victor Stephen. It's like how every Cannibal Corpse album just like, it's like Doom game art. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Genesis. I like Genesis. I love one of That's All. The song by Genesis, That's All, is one of my like go-to karaoke songs. I fuck with Sisters of Mercy. Sisters of Mercy, that first I think it's Floodland is the name of it. I can picture the art in my head. That one with This Corrosion and now it's not, of course, it's not coming to me. Mother Russia and all of those songs, fucking great. Great shit. Ever listen to Blind Guardian? I feel like I have. Blind Guardian is another one that I'm like, I think I have. Here, let me just, every time somebody lists a thing, I'll look at my music. See, now I have Fly By Night stuck in my head. Yeah, there's Blind Guardian. Yeah, I guess I downloaded the God Machine. Oh, yeah, this does look familiar. I've listened to this. '80s punk like Dead Kennedys or Circle Jerks. Yeah, I went through a whole punk phase a little while ago. A while ago. 5+ years ago. Anyway. let us move on to another story. So there's that. Why is my... So here's another fun thing. And by fun, I mean fucking nightmarish. I am so fucking tired of... I was tired of Trump in general. I am tired of the entirely manufactured... The entirely manufactured cult of personality has always been an annoying facsimile. It has been an annoying simulacrum of the reality that Trump wants to live in, that's constructed around him and extends to everybody in his orbit. But it has become so crass, so blatant in its thievery, that they are just openly funneling government funds. They are openly self-profiteering to make shit like this. I need you to watch this. That we're gonna watch here in a second. From Eric Trump. First look, the Donald J. Trump Presidential Library is officially here. Over the past 6 months, I have poured... I should read it like Eric Trump. What does he sound like? Over the past 6 months, I have poured my heart and soul into this project with my incredible team at Trump. This landmark on the water in Miami, Florida will stand as a lasting testament to an amazing man, an amazing developer, and the greatest president our nation has ever known. These images have never been seen by the public until today. So this is the Trump Presidential Library. Don't know what it's going to be fucking a library for. The dude can't read. The dude can't spell. The dude has a grasp on the English language in only the strictest idea of the term. And this shit is... Like, look, again, it's hard to be surprised anymore. It really is. It's hard to be... Yeah, this is the one where they're going to have Air Force One out. It's hard after everything that's happened, after everything that's continuing to happen, after, like, everybody saw, was it just a day or two ago, that Trump was... like literally hand-waving questions away about Iran and trying to show reporters, look at my new ballroom. It's gonna have a big military bunker underground. Like, just completely fucking gone. Like, the dude is not there, and everybody is still this. Anytime you watch, I need to stop actually watching videos because it makes me so mad. Anytime you watch one of these ceremonies where Mike Johnson or somebody else is fucking sucking him off and being like, Mr. President, yes, it's so good, Mr. President, sir. And yes, thank you so much. You've solved so many wars and done so much peace. Watch everybody in the room outside of Trump. Watch the way they fucking clap for him. It's the exact same way you would clap for like a 3-year-old dunking on their fucking like playground 3-foot-tall basketball hoop. Just like, yay, good job. That's the way everybody in his orbit fucking treats him. It is like, it's fucking insulting. It is insult upon insult, as like just a national humiliation, that we have to go through life with this dipshit having
any amount of power. But it is additionally insulting just to fucking common decency, just to the state of existence, that this person is so fucking out to lunch and everybody is treating him like Richie goddamn Rich. Like everybody is treating him like he's fucking Augustus Gloop. And he never gets sucked up the chocolate tube. He's just going through everything in America, just being like, yes, I want this, and oh, I have this, oh, yes, it's good chocolate, thank you, oh, yeah. Like, that's just fucking him. He has the brain of a goddamn, like, he has the brain of a refried golden retriever at this point. There's fucking no light behind his eyes. He is permanently stuck in reruns of The Apprentice, of his glory days. Oh, God. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to happen. Fighting Hobbit, thank you for 50 bits. Treating DJT like he has terminal cancer. Good luck. We're praying for you. Oh, God. Maybe if we manifest. Maybe that's what we really need to manifest. TTB, and did I miss you shitting on Smash GPT? No, we still got that to go. We got that to go. No, we're gonna, watch this shit. Because here, it's not just the ignorance. It's not just the completely unearned achievements and accomplishments. The fact that he just so blatant, like, he just puts his name on shit. That's the way it's always been. Like, that's the way it's always just been for rich people. Like, Elon Musk is the most clear example of this, where he will, yes, of course, like, we love Tesla being leaders of innovation. Like, but he doesn't fucking innovate anything. He's not a fucking inventor, right? And Trump is like, just looked at it like, wow, that worked out pretty well for that guy. I should try that. I should try that with everything. I think I'll just put my name on everything. This is the Strait of Trump. That's the Gulf of Trump. This would be the Library of Trump. I can't really remove the Kennedy name. I promised RFK I wouldn't do that, so it would be the Trump Kennedy Center, because of course I come first. What did JFK do anyway? Like, insane. The day he drops, everything collapses. Oh, I really do think we'll see. Like, the fact that there are people who are still so fervently, there was a time where people said, or people would speculate that when Trump dies, there will be like mass suicides. And I used to be like, oh no, that's ridiculous. That wouldn't happen. Seeing his most fervent adherents, the people who still hold on, the people who are still going to rallies, who are still wearing Trump merch. There was somebody at the protest who was just had a Trump hat on and like was standing with the Trump was right about everything flag. And it's just like, no, there are people who, like, I genuinely think there might be mass suicides. And it's scary as fuck to think about. Ugh. Like, there are so many people who have bought in so wholeheartedly, wasted their lives for this sack of shit. And it's just, They'll pull a Stalin and try and convince us he's still alive after. I mean, Brain Weird, gonna be a fun day to just see all his followers pretend to never have liked him. No. It's gonna be, y'all, if you thought the shit with Charlie was bad, dog. Like, okay, I need you to watch this, and we're gonna go into the comments here really quick. Just needing to build the tallest building in fucking Miami, I guess. Or I'm willing to bet that's what they're going for. Mirror Shard, thank you for $2. I'm more concerned for who they'll take with them. That too. Yeah, that is another fucking horrible thing. I'm kind of worried about how France will exert power if he takes over. I am, yeah, that's a very concerning thing. It's. Like, it looks like shit, dog. Just look at this fucking chintzy, tacky, gold-plated garbage. That's the other thing. I'm so... Oh. So I finally started digging into and writing a small piece. I'll hopefully have it done next week. About Mar-a-Lago face. And just the kind of the progression of conservative aesthetics in the Trump years. How they've all adopted this just... Like, it is moved from being, you know, like the image of GOP in America has moved from being like Mitt Romney, you know, moved from being like John McCain, where it's an old white dude, or it's just kind of a stuck up, slightly graying at the temples, sleazebag looking politician who, you know, that you could fucking swap them out like action figures for a televangelist show, right? And it has progressed to right now where everything is in the shadow of Trump. Everything is for the approval of the aesthetes surrounding Trump. And it is this crass, completely tasteless, malformed representation of opulence. What the dumbest low-class people in America think high-class looks like. But Grackled, thank you for $10. The Trump library would be the best library. Really great. Everyone is saying how great it would be. It won't even need books. Imagine a library is so great, it won't need books. This is the first one, folks. They said you need books to have a library. I said, I don't think so, because I can't read. That's the only way it can be a Trump library, you see, because I don't read. This is what the troops are dying for. Yep. Okay, well, this looks like AI dog shit. Why? Okay, again, if you were... It goes back to the old fucking Zoolander joke about the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good and other things, or whatever the fuck that bit is. Where it is a... It's a parody, right? To have somebody reach a level of opulence and fame where they just want to put their name on shit even though they don't care or know how it's run. But again, this is a level of, like, it's a complete detachment of what the fuck is the point of putting together a presidential library and a museum? It's just another place for them to have their fucking parties. Like, that's what it is. Oh, I do think this is AI, yes. Damn, dog, this sucks. I got the fucking golden stair. Look, it looks like shit, dude. Fuck off, man. Like, using all of this fucking money and time and resources and pissing off everybody, and it's not even, like, there will not even be anything worth remembering to come of it. Like, not that that would justify the heinous shit that they're doing, but at least, you know, again, not to justify shit, but at least we got Versailles, you know? Like, I would have much rather had the peasants who didn't have to starve and die and be subjugated. But there is at least craftsmanship and artistry in that place. There are lessons to be learned from that wealth and opulence. Lessons that motherfuckers need to learn again. But at the end of the day, at least we have an achievement of something. And this, it's so empty. It is devoid of any craft or culture or nuance or anything other than fucking just slapping gold on everything. You could just spray paint shit from the Walmart clearance section and give it to Trump. He would fucking pay a mint for it. Mayor X Shard, thank you for $5. Saw the crown jewels in the UK recently. I felt the kind of disgust I imagine the religious feel when they see something irredeemably blasphemous. Oh yeah, that shit would piss me off. And look, again, I've talked about it. I've talked about it before. I've few things make me feel as American as talking shit about the British royals. Fighting Hobbit, thank you for 50, but something for the chat to consider. The focus on gold filigree and modernist architecture comes from a place of people who genuinely want to be the center of art and culture, but have such an oppositional relationship with art and culture. They want the accolades and cultural victory that comes with art, but haven't connected the dots that art thrives in the face of fascism. Trump wants the pop circumstances, and it eats him up. They'll never get it. Yeah, it goes back to him, like, starting off wanting to be a Broadway producer, which is what he wanted to do. Like, that's always what he's really wanted to do. He just, again, he doesn't have, much like Eric and Don Jr. and everybody else in his fucking family, they have no genuine talent. It's why conservatives, they just can't grasp the idea of art. That is, it is first and foremost about experience and expression. And you really have a hard time parsing those without empathy, without understanding. In any context, I always find gold to be absolutely gaudy. Here's the thing. I fucking love gold. I don't find it to be. I love gold. It's just, it's so classless. It's tacky. It's boring. It's, ugh. Like, look at this shit. What the fucking tuxedos? What? What are we fucking doing here, dog? What the fuck do you mean, dude? What do you mean there's going to be a gold statue of Trump raising his fist on the main stage? Does that mean, like, when the fucking Philharmonic comes through? Like, are they going to be putting on productions of the fucking Lion King here? And just have Trump in the background? I love gold. It's annoying as hell that he's obsessed with it, but he also never uses it in a fashionable way. No. Oh, it's a replica. Why? Hey, what? Why? Why are they building I guess I get the White House, like that's a thing other presidents have done and shit. I don't get replica fucking. No, God damn it. Is this supposed to be the fucking ballroom? They're building a second one of the ballroom? Why are they building a second ballroom? They haven't even finished the first ballroom. Let me off! I want to get off the ride. I don't like this. Design Bermello Ajam. Why the fuck is that so tiny? A Woolpert company. Bermello Ajamil. Huh. Architecture firm. Global architecture and engineering firm. God damn, they got a lot of people working here. Loren Ajamil, huh? Oh my god. All right. One more thing before we get to the Smash GPT nonsense. I will be right back. I'm going to get some water. And, yep. Lorem Ipsum right on the bottom. The hell is... Oh, there's somebody outside. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, what is Smash GPT? Oh boy. So we haven't talked much about Smash JT. I won't talk about that yet. Oh god. My hair is not cooperating today. Wingstop too classy. So, in Tennessee, there have been a lot of articles going around today and the last couple days about measures being taken against trans people. And there is very little talking about it in the mainstream left, in the mainstream Democratic Party, certainly. Like, fucking party Dems don't give a shit about us. And part of that, I think, is that a lot of people, a lot of bigger voices, when it comes to streaming, when it comes to politics, would rather spend their time on things that they're more experienced with, or leave this to trans people, which is fair. However, I would say we have reached a saturation point with this stuff that you should be, irregardless, you should be putting it on. You should be paying attention to this. You should be trying to help educate and maintain people's awareness of these measures. What are you doing? What do you got there? Ohio trying to pass a law that exhibiting a... different gender identity in public is indecent exposure. Yeah, I saw that. I had to use Smash GPT for the title of my video. Too good not to use. Thank you. I was shocked I hadn't seen anybody. I figured that was something other... It had to have been. I said it like 10 hours after I saw it the first... It came to me out of nowhere, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to do this. I guarantee other people thought of it first, though. But yes, feel free to take it. Alrighty. J Kung, did Hassan talk about this? I do not know. I would somebody who watches Hassan would have to tell me. I would like it if Hassan talked about this kind of shit, but like again, I feel like Hassan fits that demographic of like A, stretched thin on a lot of shit to cover, B, is far more not to say he is not knowledgeable about this shit, but is far more focused and knowledgeable about international conflict and political upheaval in the Middle East and how all of that is interconnected. But I would hope that he is talking about this stuff. I don't know for sure. Fighting a Hobbit for 50 bits. Thank you. Tennessee in here. Faison's family tree doesn't fork. And as one of the handful of leftists who live here, I apologize profusely for the Tennessee GOP. What is Tennessee's fucking deal? Because I feel like Tennessee hasn't always been this bad. It's just been the last, like, I don't know, last couple years. Under a bill that passed the State House Thursday and is slated to head to the Senate floor, healthcare providers and insurance companies would be required to submit data on trans patients to the Tennessee Department of Health. The bill would also require insurance companies that cover gender-affirming care to cover detransition treatment, but the legislation's data collection element is what raised concerns for advocate like Deron Johnson, co-chair of the Nashville Committee of the Tennessee Equality Project. Trans community is small, she points out. Quote, when you create a new tool to collect data about such a specific and targeted group, you can't not call that a registry of specific people. Johnson tells The Scene. If a community has been this vilified, this monstrified, we've got to be concerned about whose hands that's going to fall into, what ways it's going to be used, and that's why we continue to push back against this bill and to really question the very purposes on which it's based. Yeah, Zetetic, there's a full-blown anti-trans moral panic. It is so... I would rather have the satanic panic back, honestly. I would, because as dumb, fuck, shit, stupid as people were about the satanic panic, something I've covered and talked about in videos and stuff multiple times. I talk about it in the video I did talking about the lies of the Satanic Temple. I opened talking about that shit. It is so frustrating because there were people whose lives were affected by that, but it was so easily proven to be a ruse. And once it was, a majority of people moved on from that shit. But now, not only do we have that moral panic applied to trans people, but we just have the satanic panic back. Like fucking JD Vance was on Benny Johnson's fucking podcast being like, well, yeah, I think UFOs are actually, satanic entities. I'm like, fucking shut up. Nobody, you know what really pisses me off? Nobody believes this shit. That's what really pisses me off. None of the people who are out here talking about how, excuse me, it's the Alex Jones paradox. Where like, if you genuinely believe this shit that you're saying, if you really believe that there are satanic pedophiles indoctrinating everybody and they're cutting kids, they're mutilating kids in schools at 7 or 8 years old, if you really believed all this shit, you wouldn't be just legislating on it. You wouldn't be taking these sneaky ass ways to push people out of public life. If you really believed it, if you had proof, if you knew that this is what's happening, you would be attacking that. But they're not. They say that shit. They talk about stuff like, oh, we're in a spiritual battle against demons, folks, and these people. Like, you don't actually fucking... It's the same thing with JD Vance. JD Vance does not... There is no way JD Vance actually fucking believes that UFOs are demonic entities. Because if he did and came out and said that on a fucking podcast, he would be like, holy fuck, UFOs are real and they're demons. Like, that's the first... If you truly believe that, you wouldn't wait to drop that on Benny Johnson's fucking podcast. It would be the first thing you tweet out when you read those declassified files. You'd be like, fuck y'all, look at this crazy shit. But they don't, because they don't actually believe that. It's more of this, it's influencer bait. Like it is all influencer. It is all fucking Salt Bay sprinkling little leads and tagging people along and distracting them. Like the shit they recently did for the fucking the White House app, where we are in the middle of a constant cycle of the economy going up and down, mostly down, but up and down, because Trump is constantly being like, oh, we got a peace deal. We don't have a peace deal. We have a peace deal. We're in the works. We have a talk in the works. We're opening up the strait. We've completely destroyed them. And oil just keeps going, in accordance with that. And it's so fucking frustrating to watch all of this shit happen. And nobody is just like calling a spade a spade. Nobody is fucking calling it out. Because in the middle of all that, they're dropping like fucking like manhunt teasers for this fucking app where they have people like, oh, it's dropping now. I don't know if anybody saw that shit, but they were doing a viral like ARG basically for this app that, by the way, was very specifically made to make it look like some Black Ops shit was happening. Like, go and look at the White House account before they announced the official White House app. It looks like they're teasing the next fucking Call of Duty, man. In the middle of a massive war where people are genuinely fearing nuclear annihilation. And they want to fucking do, like... It's so fucking frustrating. J-Kung, thank you for $2. Anti-trans dorks are segregationalists in disguise. They'd probably be just segregationalists out of disguise. Meredith Navin, thank you for another $5. Terrible joke, DD. A skeleton walks into a bar. He says, give me a beer and a mom. Cute. Bill-sponsored Representative Jeremy Faison said in a, I'm assuming Faison is the way to pronounce that, said in a press conference Thursday he has met dozens of individuals who sought to transition and ultimately dozens, huh? You've met them all then, apparently. In committee, an individual testified for the bill, claiming that while insurance paid for gender-affirming care, further detransition care was not covered. Quote, I believe that... fucking my God. Quote, I'm gonna use a stupid, simple country lawyer voice. Can I make a video on the meme war with all of Iran shit? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I will do. I'm gonna write that down. You know what? Ooh. I might prepare that for Wednesday. Okay, what if I did a meme review? What if I did an Iran war meme review? I think that would be pretty fun for me. Because look, I had people getting pissed. You're actually right on my. He actually sounds like Foghorn Leghorn. The fucking sound. It doesn't surprise me. I had people get mad at me because I was like, oh, some of these fucking Iranian memes are like kind of crazy. Like they're kind of cooking every time they put together a video that's like Native Americans crying and Trump killing. Like it's some of their shit is crazy. It is mostly all AI from what I've seen. That's not fucking surprising. Like people were mad at me like I thought you were against AI. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm not the fucking Iranian government. I didn't make the memes. But anyway. I believe that we as a society are going to look back on this time that really burst out in 2014, I say, and I think, dear God, what were we thinking? This was as dumb as frontal lobotomies. Faison said of gender-affirming care, I think we're going to look back on society one day and think that. I say. Now look here, boy. I think it's important that we have collected as much data as we can to make sure we say, all right, this is what led to it. This is how we got out of it. Bullshit. Macro data would be de-identified in compliance with HIPAA. Hello, Juno dear. Meredith Navin, thank you for $5. Another terrible joke. We just found out that Grandpa has an addiction to Viagra. Nobody is taking it harder than Grandma. I fucking hate Tennessee, dog. What a miserable state. All right. So, I don't want to talk about that. We have to talk about Fighting Hobbit. Faison is basically that skit from Mr. Show where Bob Odenkirk is the Republican senator obsessed with that joke about the farmer's daughter and the milk machine. So, we have to talk about Smash JT, sorry. We've talked a little bit about him in the past. He kind of blends in with a lot of the other more lolcowish members of this very factionalized YouTube, Twitch space, anti-woke 2.0, the Gamergate 2.0 contingent is what they would probably call themselves. And he's not as openly necessarily, at first blush, embarrassing as somebody like Grums or your Yorch Torch Games. And if you don't know who those are, go in peace. Like, stay blessed, okay? Don't worry yourself with this. Now, I only bring this up because Smash JT has led a long-time harassment campaign against video game journalist Alyssa Mercante. You can just look up and see. Let's go. Do we have a... Let's do popularity. There are so many fucking videos. We've done this before, but I'm going to scroll a little bit. I'll zoom out a little bit, actually, just so we can do it better. Do it faster. He has made so many videos focusing entirely on this one person. These, by the way, all Smash JT. Spreading defamatory bullshit. Spreading open lies. And then, most notably, bilking his own followers for legal support funds when he has been sued for this harassment and defamation. And by the way, you can I'm only going to keep scrolling for a little bit. You can go show it on your own. This shit keeps going, dude. 1 year ago, Smash JT Live 11 months ago, 1 month ago, 1 year ago. 4 months ago, 1 year ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, 11 months ago. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. I can't, chat, I cannot express to you enough. I'm still going. These are almost all videos from him about Alyssa Mercante. And the reason I need to illustrate this to show the level of obsession that he has over this one person. And then from there, we're going to expand on some details about him as a person that I think will color in the blank spots in between quite nicely. So, for example, he is an adult man, ostensibly, who, for some reason, drinks wine. That's like part of his thing. If you go back to his page, he has made wine enough of a part of his identity that he's holding a wine glass here. And oh no, he's on Var Dark Spotted. You know someone's a loser if they collab with Var. Yeah. Well, it's so Vara and like Master of the TDS, like he's in a lot of these dorks orbit. He has constantly tried TTBN Gaming. I believe this is correct, right? I believe he constantly tries to tag Elon Musk in his shit. Let me see if I can find that really quick. What's his website? That might have just been on Twitter. Is he a sex pest? No, he's just a fucking dork. He's just a dork. But we are going to go into some of the details of his. I can't find that as soon as I want. Oh, hey, it's Tippy XO. I've known Smash JT for years from when I was part of the retro gaming community. Dude has harassed women for ages, so none of this surprises me. He's with literally all of them. Yeah. Yeah. Let's take a walk, by the way, on the wild side of Smash. Classy, dude. A huge thank you. So this is September 2nd, 2025. A huge thank you to everyone who has already contributed, already well past, Jesus Christ, 70 grand. But unfortunately, he's running the Alex Jones grift. That's what he's doing. Like that's who he's really emulating here. We want to thank you everybody who's bought our wonderful products. We've already passed thankfully 70 grand, but unfortunately this might not be enough, and I'm not mad at the crew. Okay. Yo, here he goes. Yeah, it looks like they were suspended in error. Could use another look at Elon Musk. I want to see if I can find. See if I can just look up.
I'll put it this way. I'd be surprised if Elon is not aware of it. But he has not communicated.
Okay, I got to listen from the beginning. My headphones weren't on.
I'll put it this way. I'd be surprised if Elon is not aware of it. But he has not communicated or liked or retweeted or said anything about it yet.
Talking about the lawsuit, by the way, to a delusional commenter who says, "Alyssa, you don't want to poke the Elon hornet's nest. He can't stand entitled woke pukes like you. Actually, no. Scratch that. Ask Elon to help you." Dog, Elon does not give a fuck about you. Oh, no, yeah. Huge shout out to everyone who helped me get a hold of @Elon Musk and the entire @X @support team. Embarrassing, dog. No, he does. He tags Elon all the fucking time. February 16th. Oh, yeah, he's commenting on Elon shit, too. He tags Elon and Grums. Oh, you found the tweet? Hell yeah. This is an incel wearing... No, he's not an incel. He's married and has kids. So that's the other thing. Is that it is a matter of speculation how much his wife knows about his online activities. And we're getting some insight into that with this recent letter, who was okay, so I have to also talk about the Ron Coleman thing. Ron Coleman is a shitbag lawyer who has been publicly insulting his client. Here we go. Somebody recently asked, just yesterday, Ron Coleman, why are you stealing money from Jeff Tarzia, Smash JT? He's obviously not mentally competent. To which Ron Coleman, the lawyer, responded, that's the best people to steal from. Ron Coleman also untagged himself from Smash JT's tweet, saying, I will be discussing next steps with my lawyer, as today's actions by Alyssa were inappropriate in context of the ongoing lawsuit. I'm going to say, not a great time. Also, if you keep up with things and you may wonder, hey, where Ron Coleman, where have I heard that name before? From 2023, Laura Loomer's 6th current lawyer on former lawyer. Far-right activist Laura Loomer owes a pair of Muslim advocacy organizations nearly $125,000 in legal fees. But rather than pay up herself, she's accusing her former lawyer of malpractice and demanding he pay instead. In a Tuesday filing, Loomer's attorney Larry Klayman accused her previous attorney Ron Coleman of malpractice and requested another delay in the case while Loomer's legal team takes action against her old legal team. Oh, man. Oh, no shit. Plaintiffs are not trying to flout any court process they have been attempting through undersigned counsel to get their previous counsel, Ronald D. Coleman, Esquire, from Dillon Law Group to pay any assessed fees, as she is of the firm belief that they committed malpractice. Is that, I'm wondering if that's Harmeet Dillon. Anti-social media law. I just want to see the people here. Is this, I'm the law team. Yeah. Singh Dillon. Okay. So I think it's a different in the news. Okay. So it might not be the same one. I don't want to dig further than that. I don't care that much. Meredith Navin, 1358. Thank you for $5. Not a joke. Space Karen has the network of over 500,000 average lifetime earnings of a U.S. person. 1 billion equals 666 U.S. average. Oh, that's horrible. Fine, but thank you for 50 bits. My favorite story about Grums was when he tweeted at the Korean lads at Shift Up about how Nikkei got us a victory and celebrate our pinnacle of anti-woke gaming, and Shift Up lads were all like, wait, what? Oh my God. So I don't get, side tangent here, which I know, fucking shocker. I do not get the wait, hold on. We're live right now.
You're probably asleep now. Hi, Will. Miss Sparkles, nice thumbnail. Well, shout out to nobody who updated the thumbnail and sent it to me, and I swapped it out. I'm like, hey, if he's gonna go through the effort,
are we gonna?
I'll swap.
Oh no. Does he have an intro clip? So this is gonna be his cope. So this is gonna be his cope stream. That is live right now, and we'll go into what he's exactly coping about, because it has been revealed that not only was he basing many of his arguments, his claims, his videos, his scripts on ChatGPT, not only was he resorting to ChatGPT to write things like letters to his wife, stories for his children to read at bed, but additionally, he was trying to convince ChatGPT to be things like more racist. And when ChatGPT refused, he would just be like, stop saying no to me. It's fucking insane. It is fucking insane. So let's watch this intro, regrettably, and see where we go from here. Like, how do you already how do you look at this stuff? Like, listen, the music doesn't even line up with this completely insane fake fucking guitar. Like, there aren't even enough. Whatever, doesn't matter. I've never seen him live. Is this just the regular intro?
Smash JT in the top.
No. Oh no. Oh. Wingless Paratrooper, thank you for following.
With the flow, dropping hot takes, watch the channel grow. When the red bangers hit, the lights all glow. Chat goes wild, everybody knows it's that moment. Can you feel it rise? Hot train burning fire in the eyes. From the cult of Tug, the chant explodes. The legend lives, the story grows. Let's fucking go. Raise your glass, let the bangers roll.
Oh, that's fucking heinous, man. There was a so I've been reading through I go through phases, and I've talked about before how I started kind of collecting every now and again like anthology horror comics lately. And this reminds me of one I was just reading. About an evil smiling clown that, like, it was very creepypasta. I dug the art a lot. I think it was in Hello Darkness, or maybe it was Creepshow. I think it was Hello Darkness. But for those who don't see the, I'm going to move that so everybody can experience the same nightmarish rictus grin with this warthog creature. This fucking demonic Gamorrean guard. It's no, it is. He looks like they Pixar'd Jeffrey Epstein. Like, he looks like they had to make a, like, ratatouille knockoff dollar bin animated movie about, and it's a knockoff of, a more mainstream animated movie about Jeffrey Epstein. That's what he looks like here. He has 3 intros back to back. Oh my god.
From lawsuits dropped to streams on fire. The tub's the truth, the takes inspire. He calls out fraud, yeah, we all know. Realest words are ye bow, let's go.
What the fuck is ye? I feel like I'm losing my fucking mind. Guy Fawkes, ratatouille is crazy ball knowledge. What can I say? What can I say? I don't know what Yibo mean. It's let the bangers roll. It's, oh my god, that's so fucking funny. You can absolutely tell that was you can absolutely tell that was tested on, like, that the AI was training on like Guitar Hero. Watch this shit. This is a Guitar Hero zoom out. Look at that. Look at that shit. Nope, they got a lot of use out of that one fucking 2-second clip, dog. No, what? No, wait. He left the fucking, look. He left the Minimax AI, the shit down in the bottom. He left the fucking AI tag on it. Why is there a fucking parrot here? Why is there this horned, like, Urkel has been in playing fucking Eco? What is... It's just fucking like, hey, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Cult of the Swirl? What the fuck is the fucking swirl, dude? So, going back to that, yeah.
Listen, if it was consensual.
Okay, so now we have another. So this is David Jaffe interviewing Alyssa Mercante. David Jaffe's kind of come around, and I've come around a little bit on David Jaffe in the past. Mir X Shard, thank you for $2. Memories after falling asleep playing 90s CD-ROM. Ugh.
Well, and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
That's a fucking insane thing.
There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, do you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah. So this is, what is this? Is this intro number 2?
Oh, guess what? Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity.
Do you think... Wait. Do they think this goes hard? Does he think this is, like, tough? Hey, it's Tippy. Thank you for $10. He once made a pro BLM video from his hot tub because he thought it'd get him clout, and instead it got him dragged to the point of privating it. Even the quartering mocked him, saying it was tone deaf. Ooh, I would love to fucking see that. I wonder if there's a mirror of that somewhere. This is still the intro?
So you can fucking current day us! Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking
Can't see past our own reflection is one of my favorite idiotisms from that. You know what this reminds me of? The way it's remixed. Listen to this shit. So for the dog shit, we've looked this up on stream before. For the dog shit Mickey Rourke Bethesda shooter Rogue Warrior, the dev team remixed all of Mickey Rourke's shittily recorded lines into something vaguely resembling a rap, and it kind of sounds like that.
Fucking ninja style. I'm gonna bring it to him. I'm gonna show him what time it is.
Except I do, unfortunately, really like the beat in the background. I kind of fucks with it.
Hope you assholes like fireworks. Ooh! Fucking commies keep getting in my way. Well, surprise, motherfuckers. Happy fucking birthday. That's right, Nighty Night, you sweet piece of shit. Enjoy the ride, cocksucker. Have a nice trip. Boom time, baby. Trick or treat. Looks like a party, come on. I got places to go and people to meet. Assholes are everywhere. Fuckers are out in force. Hi-ho, hi-ho. This fucker's gonna blow. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Kicking ass, taking names. Who's the hardest motherfuckers around, huh?
Like there's like a fucking G-funk background. It's so fucking, yeah, I can't help but love it. Anyway, that's way better than this.
Action! That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat Waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking dull!
It's just this.
Fucking fool! You are thing!
Christ, man. we're getting way more of a look into the psyche of this person than I anticipated. I can't. I gotta finish going through this. This should get you a grippy sock vacation, dude. This genuinely, like, you should not be allowed to, like, be in contact with children. Be within 200 feet of a school doing this shit. This is repulsive. This is repugnant. This is 30 minutes in. Oh, wait, no. We're 30 minutes behind. I was like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. All right, yeah, we're going to skip through. Why?
And I'm Smash J.
He's got Billy fucking Mitchell. Crazy. I met Billy Mitchell, by the way. I didn't get to take his hot sauce home with me. Billy Mitchell, actually, yes, just as much of a dick as he seems.
Hi, I'm Billy Mitchell. And I'm Smash JT. Together, we have created
Oh, it's AI Billy Mitchell. Is it? Why? Hey, what? Hey, why? Hey. Could it?
And I'm Smash JT. Together, we have created Vendetta Sauce. This is the hottest hot sauce I've created yet, made with the finest selection of habanero peppers.
They couldn't even get... God, it's all so shit. Like, it has to be a bit, right? Like, there's no way you can look at this. Does he just not check? Does he just not watch the fucking videos? Like, this is like that one fucking... This is my sleep paralysis demon. I'm going to see Billy Mitchell smiling like this, holding hot sauce over my head. This is that one fucking frame... This is that one fucking Lord of the Rings frame. That's what this is making me feel like. This feels like a real fucking Peter Jackson dream transition. I feel this gives me the same exact feeling as just being the sickest I've ever been on nothing but Dayquil and a deep sickness. This evokes the exact same visceral reaction. Like, I just feel ill in my stomach. Because you made us suffer, I'm going to make... Because you made us suffer, I'm going to make you suffer. Disney's False Lemmings documentary is in the 50s is directly responsible for GTA, not a joke. Thank you for $5, Meredith Navin. David Lynch would have loved this. He really would have. He would have looked at this and gone like, "Wow, God, dang, golly, that's pretty cool."
This will sell out fast. Get yours now at the link below, and don't forget to use promo code SMASH to save 15%.
I feel like I'm fucking going insane, dude.
What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. Dexter decided to join me tonight to say what's up.
All right, well, we'll watch this shit in a second. Why are we still here? Is it just to suffer? Oh my God. Yeah, entirely different definition of third arm. Woof. Is the lawsuit still going on? Sure is. Sure is. So, now that I've introduced, now you've had a crash course, a crash JT, ha, if you will. Now you've had a crash course into Smash JT. It's time to go into the recently revealed documents that have come out of his ongoing legal case. And I've also given you a little bit of context about Ron Coleman as well. El Salve, thank you for $5. Bit off topic, but Trump sending his men to die in Iran. Remind me of Zap Brannigan, who earned a medal for sending waves of his men after the kill bots. What's that? She drives like a steakhouse, but handles like a bistro. What's that one line? Oh, one of my favorite fucking lines in that series. I should rewatch Futurama. At least Zap Brannigan wasn't on the Epstein list. Exactly. Thank you, El Salve, for another 2. In the game of chess, you never let your opponent see your pieces. Online VCR, thank you very much for following. Fight now, but thank you another 50. Unrelated topic. Had an epiphany at work today. Why does nobody listen to me? Also me. Futurama holds up mostly. That's kind of the way a lot of shows are. You pick a comedy show, like doesn't matter if it's animated or not, from the early aughts. Odds are there's going to be some shit in there that you look at and you're like, bleh. Like I love Aqua Teen Hunger Force. There are some episodes of Aqua Teen. Have you lost your mind?
Have you lost your mind? Go! You disgust me! Go!
All right. Cohen and Green, Ronald D. Coleman. Dear Ron. Now, this is a very... Hey, lady. Do not do that. Everybody complained last time about my camera wiggling. Dear Ron, this is an attempt. So they want to settle because everybody's fucking tired of this lawsuit. And I imagine Smash JT's followers are getting more and more tired. It's hard to tell how far dorks will shell out money to a very obvious grifter who is spending it on all sorts of shit. Like he goes on vacations and stuff with his kids. It's like it's the same thing with Alex Jones, where they're constantly very obviously spending money on shit that takes a decent amount of money and then being like, oh, but I don't have money to fucking pay for this type of thing. This is an attempt, perhaps in vain, to propose a settlement. As set up below, this is a take it or leave it offer. The details are below, but we start with what we now know. So let's start there. We now have meaningful direct message and...
Why? Wait, what? Why did it do that? Why can I not? Okay, there we go. Sorry. That was weird. Chat GPT productions. Given your prior practice, we assume you have not reviewed those productions, and further that you have not commented with your client about the current state of the case and is understanding expectations as to what is to come. This puts us, as plaintiff's counsel, in the unusual and uncomfortable position of knowing more about your client's state of mind with regards to this litigation than you do. A quick summary. Your client does not appear to be having a good time. This is, by the way, this is a fucking generational legal document. Because just for this line is so fucking good to me. Your client does not appear to be having a good time. And the chat GPT logs paint a portrait of a man completely unspooling in the throes of something like AI-induced psychosis. In his February 19th, 2026 ChatGPT session, court order violation, attached here to is Exhibit 1, beginning on page 8, he asks ChatGPT what would happen if, quote, my lawyer quits. And he quotes, stop replying to the court and us at 11, and further states that, quote, I feel like I'm being held against my will. On his March 13th live stream, he said he had no faith in the legal system, and on March 12th, he described the process of litigating the jurisdictional defense that he asserted in the production of the jurisdictional discovery that he elected as a, quote, massive waste of time and money and court resources. Given the facts now available to us from the limited review we've conducted to date, we do not foresee his mood improving anytime soon. Below, we go over how the productions to date have made us very confident on the ultimate merits. Indeed, let me be clear that given what we've learned, we will refile in California if we happen to lose on jurisdiction. We have made that decision already, but we are also plenty comfortable on jurisdiction. Although for obvious reasons, that is almost beside the point, because we can and will refile if lost on that issue. That's so fucking funny. It appears your client has McFucking lost it. Oh, man. Dustin the Dev, thank you for 24 months. Happy 2 years. Fight Hobbit, thank you for 50 bits. Palette Cleanse for whatever the fuck this is. Some hero put the entirety of Sam and Max Freelance Police on YouTube. Hell yeah. Complete with Amazon's proprietary upscaling. Hell no. I feel like we need a laugh for later, but first we need to finish our vegetables. Let me be clear. They said, let me be clear, and that just, it took me for a loop. So here's where we are. We want to make clear to your client that he holds the keys to free himself from being held against his will. Example 1 at 13. We're offering him a way out that we think is reasonable as costs continue to escalate, in part because at a certain point, our fees, recoverable under the harassment law we are suing over, will exceed your client's total assets. If your client apologizes, agrees never to talk about Mrs. Mercante again, and pays us a sum equivalent to what he's paid you to date, he can be done here. If not, on we go. This is such a last ditch. Hey, we are giving you a fucking out, dude. Take it. We are letting you know this isn't going good for you. None of this looks good for you, but also everybody's very tired. We're all tired. Nobody trusts each other. Let's just fucking go our separate ways. It's a very amicable, responsible, and adult response. And it may surprise you to know that the 40-something-year-old man who wears a Mario cap and puts on AI rock concerts as his intro has said no in response. But that's not the thing that I find most fascinating. The AI psychosis of it all is what I need to just dig into with all of y'all, because this shit is embarrassing. The discovery we have reviewed to date confirms no merits defense exists. As I say above, we understand and expect that you have not yet reviewed the discovery you provided to us on March 5th, 2026 and March 9th. We would therefore anticipate that the facts discussed below will be a surprise to you. Given that, we will walk through them with rather more care and explanation than we would include in circumstances where all parties were equally aware of the facts. As a reminder, review is preliminary and incomplete, blah, blah, blah. All right. As we understand from your motion to dismiss, the primary defenses to our claims are 1, deny the existence of actual malice, which, dog, he has, we probably scrolled through over 100 videos just about him. Fuck Warren, fuck guys. I hear you, DD, but I'm yet again reminding you that you yourself have a plethora of toys in front, and the Mario hat is not the issue. Damn. You're right. I need to check my privilege. That's crazy. Very bad, bad. Thank you for subscribing at tier 1. You're right. It's not the issue, or it's not the biggest issue, obviously. But I think among many, many, many other things, it speaks to a stultifying lack of self-awareness from Smash JT. Have you seen Tobuscus' Descent to AI Psychosis? I've never really followed. I'm not actually sure who Tobuscus is. All right. The claims are to deny the existence of actual malice, deny the existence of bias for harassment. Parenthetical, this is not pejorative. Given the nature of those claims, those are the typical defenses, and for most clients, make sense. But given the nature of the discovery that we have reviewed, we are extremely confident that we could provide those two elements of our cause of action by any standard. We look forward to what else we may discover after we have a chance to conduct a full review. All right, let's see. She has no case. You brain-dead dolts think I'm losing it when it isn't even being fucking heard yet. We are in discovery for jurisdiction because she sued me in New York when I live in Cali, and the internet has been proven to not be cause for jurisdiction. This is a massive waste of time, money, and court resources for what amounts to being a pissed-off, whiny libtard crying for attention and unable to come to grips with her own actions because, like all feminist libtards, she has zero accountability for her own actions. So tired of these losers. Jesus. You made 800 videos about her. Yeah, I make a lot of videos about a lot of things. She must have been a real piece of shit if she was being covered that much. Still not harassment. Dude, if you dedicate a majority of your life to targeting, smearing, lying, and besmirching the name of somebody, particularly with the goal of getting other people to go harass them, which you know what you're doing, dude. You can't be like, yeah, well, I cover a lot of stuff. Because you're not covering that much other shit. And certainly not to that extent. All right, let's go back to this. Much of this evidence comes from the Chat GPT logs that you produced, 20 of which, parenthetical, out of a total of 2,000 are provided as exhibits to this letter. Oh, that's so many. When you produced this discovery, you did so by producing the raw JSON files, making them human readable has been enlightening to say the least. Your client has continually fed not only legal questions, including communications with you, and the legal filings to ChatGPT, but has also outsourced nearly his entire quote, creative process to that LLM. As a result, we have extraordinary visibility into his intent, state of mind, and general thought process during the relevant period. He's been asking her to drop the lawsuit. He calls it lawsuit for months now. If he wants to fucking drop it, like, this is his chance, dude. He just can't. He cannot be seen as taking the L, is the problem. Like, I don't know what he thinks is going to happen. Does he think Elon Musk is going to come to his aid? Does he think Elon Musk gives a shit enough to bail him out of fucking legal fees? Like, okay, here we go. That view of his full state of mind is not good for him. Ladybug. What are you doing? Oh, all right, sorry. I think her bone got stuck. Surrender.
Surrender and no harm will come to you.
Whoa, lady, stop it. Dragging me away. Hey, Goofus. Hey, Goofus. In an extreme example, your client publicly used ChatGPT to lie dramatically. Perhaps the most damning In his September 2nd, 2025 conversation, quote, digital stripping and prostitution, your client gave ChatGPT the prompt, could digital stripping be considered a form of prostitution? Exhibit 21 at 1. When the chatbot responded, digital stripping isn't usually classified as prostitution in law or in common usage, considered part of the wider umbrella of sex work. Your client began to coach it to give him the answer he wanted. At first, he merely prompted it to eliminate nuance. Just give me a brief yes or no with a short summary. ChatGPT's response, no. When that did not provide him with the response he wanted, he prompted it to be more speculative. Could it be? Yes, if prostitution is defined broadly as exchanging any sexual service for money, not just physical contact, digital stripping, blah, blah, blah. And then he instructed it to exclude the parts that weren't to his liking. I don't need that last part. Non-contact form, though it is more commonly categorized separately as sex work. And then, having manipulated the context window through highly directed prompt engineering, he asked his initial question again at 10:02. Yes, so it's the same answer. Last, he took that highly manipulated and knowingly false output and posted it 1 minute later as though the highly coached conclusion was ChatGPT's initial response. That is so fucking embarrassing. That is more embarrassing than having to use AI, having to talk to an LLM to reaffirm your worldview, is having to groom an LLM to reaffirm your worldview. Having to fucking coach this dumbass robot to say yes back to you, to fucking reaffirm the thing you were already thinking. The question you asked was something you already knew the answer you wanted to. You just wanted to show somebody, see, somebody agrees with me, and the only person you could get to easily agree with you isn't a fucking person and didn't agree with you at first. My God. I thought the stream title was an exaggeration. Nope. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. It is rare to get such clear evidence of a defendant's knowledge of the falsity of his statements, but in this case, your client literally tweeted it out. Here's what this document shows. He's lying and he knows he's lying. Any jury will know he's lying and any judge will too. Yes, this don't look great. He then went on to use this tweet thread in a new fresh context window as the prompt for ChatGPT to generate new content that uncritically repeated the claims he fabricated using additional prompt manipulation. Second, actual malice is clear from the evidence produced. To recap, these are the highlights of the evidence we have discovered so far. So this is the discovery process is the process of gathering evidence to support your case, in which usually people are deposed. I don't think they've sat down for depositions, but part of the discovery process is also giving access to like the files, like these ChatGPT things, anything that might be relevant to the case, give insight to somebody's personal motivations, which is why, so if you don't know what discovery is, that's why the word keeps popping up, is that this is all part of the process, and this is what the plaintiffs, so Alyssa's lawyers, have found and put forward as part of their case, because they have received it from, I'm assuming, Ron Coleman, the other lawyer, who very obviously does not give a fuck. In fact, I kind of want to see Ron Coleman's public, like, the way Jeff treats his LLM lets you know that when the singularity happens, he will not be spared. Oh, no. That is a dude who is getting fucking I have no mouth and I must screamed. For sure. The Marxist roots of left-wing Jew hate. Great. Yeah. He's just a rabid Zionist, apparently. Yeah, they're just. He's not talking about Smash JT shit at all. I am willing to bet that this cat thought this would be a much bigger controversy. Thought that this would be a much bigger get for him to represent this dude, and just nobody gives a shit outside of how many rakes Smash JT keeps stepping into. Yeah, this is like not about this fucking nothing about Brianna Wu. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. That's so funny. Smash JT's lawyer is out here retweeting Brianna Wu. Oh, how the turntables. Yeah, it's just like rabid Zionist bullshit. All the way fucking down, dude. Weird Japanese fetishism, too. Yeah, it's an American white dude, for sure. All right, back to the file. At TTB and gaming, it's so funny, sad how the grifter conservative camp are so devoid of empathy they will just use each other for financial gain. That really seems like the case here. Like it genuinely seems like his lawyer is so blatantly fucking swindling him and doesn't even care about the optics of it at this point. All right, so I want to get to this. To recap, these are highlights so far. For example, in Exhibit 8, he used ChatGPT to write the article in which he ultimately stated, stated that Ms. Mercante had, quote, previously been a hooker that sucked dicks for money. He told ChatGPT that his tweet about her has, quote, opened him up to an entirely new audience, that he is excited, quote, to see how many people hate me for it. But the actual defamatory statement does not appear in ChatGPT's draft, as you can see in Exhibit 9. It was added by Mr. Tarzia after ChatGPT produced him a much less offensive article. Or consider Exhibit 10, where your client admits to interlocutor 8-Bit Eric that he is going to write an article about Ms. Mercante being fired, even though he has substantial doubts that it's true. I got the web archive. Good shit. Mayor Extra, I think for another 2 should just declare himself sovereign citizen ATP. Hopefully. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to do so. All right, so 8-Brick Eric. Alyssa unblocked me, lol. She's such a mess. Holy shit. I made a video about how, this is 2024, how she may have been fired even though it looks like she hasn't been gonna... I made a video about how she may have been fired even though it looks like she hasn't been. Gonna publish it soon. I would be so curious to see how many conversations with these dorks go on exactly like this behind the scenes. I would be so like is this a common tactic? I wouldn't be surprised if it is. To just be like, yeah, this is a blatant fucking lie, but I'm just going to do it anyway because it'll get clicks. Like looking at shit from the quartering, looking at stuff from people like Smash JT and all of these dorks, I wouldn't be surprised. This is an admission Mr. Tarzia does not care about the truth when it comes to his reporting about Miss Mercante. Only that's so fucking damning, dude. Woof. Standing alone, it contradicts any claim that he would not have published statements that he did not believe were true, and will leave any fact finder skeptical that he believed any of the falsehoods at issues in his action. That's a fucking lock. That's fucking crazy. Oh my god. In Exhibit 11, he first assures the chatbot that his request, quote, if I post a video to you, are you able to clip words out and connect them together to make it sound like something else? For parody, of course. Then he attempts to get around ChatGPT's internal guidelines by first prompting it with 2 unrelated videos before saying, that's not the right link, it's the Alyssa Mercante video, and providing a link to a video of Miss Mercante's. This is a well-known method to jailbreak ChatGPT to bypass its safety protocols. Given the naked prompt manipulation, we are confident this is more of the same. Fuck. When his attempt to entice the chatbot to selectively edit one of Ms. Mercante's videos, portray her in a false light, fail with ChatGPT telling him that he is unable to assist in this request, that it is unable to assist in this request, your client argues with it, telling it, you make no sense, and stop wasting my time and lying to me. That... Stop. Imagine getting mad at a fucking chatbot, dude. Like, this is like crashing out over like a fucking Neopet. This is like yelling at a Tamagotchi, why won't you love me back? Like, what the fuck are you? What is wrong with your brain, man? Yeah, can't even edit, can't even create and come up with his own fucking libel. Well, I guess slander is spoken. Print is libel. TTBA Gaming, that's funny. Imagine incriminating yourself to 8-Bit Eric, the guy who on stream stopped playing Fortnite in front of his audience of 12 to look up Alyssa's underboob. Fucking embarrassing. Oh my God. How do we know that your client intended his defamatory statements as a statement of fact? Because he said as much. On his July 16, 2025 stream, he read our demand letter out loud and repeated that she did when referring to the claim our client engaged in sex acts for money, and that he had, quote, tweets to prove it. When our demand letter stated these statements were factually false, he disagreed. There's no walking that back, as you attempted in your motion to dismiss to claim your client intended these as rhetorical hyperbole. He meant them as fact, and that in the September 2nd, 2025 discussion with ChatGPT shows he is now worried about the potential liability for doing so. Based on strong evidence, we have that your client, 1, knew the defamatory statements were false, and 2, had extensive discussions with ChatGPT about them. It will be trivial to demonstrate actual malice in any jurisdiction. Yeah, because that shit is not hard to fucking prove. Danny Sullivan, have you heard about the quartering apparently involved in the Nexium cult? No fucking way. No, there's no way. Come on. Are you fucking with me? You gotta, Danny Sullivan, you gotta be fucking with me. That's such a weird lie, though. If you are fucking with me, like, credit. That's a deep cut. That's a weird fucking pull. Might not be. It was, VM is what it was. It's on KF. All right. I will wait for more. I don't know if I can even browse Kiwi Farms on here. Oh, Kino Casino. Okay. If that comes out more, I'm going to look into that because that sounds fucking I can't imagine. That's crazy. Tea Leaf, who, what is quartering? Oh, the dork to end all dorks. Ruining Smallville for decades. Oh, you sweet. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. All right, let's finish this up real quick because I want to get through all this. One element of the statutory bias harassment claim here is, well, bias. Bias is already clear. Some examples. In Exhibit 16, your client seeks coaching that, quote, Diversity, equity, and inclusiveness is a net negative, even after ChatGPT tries to soften his approach. In Exhibit 7, like, imagine fucking trying to get your Hitler robot to put out Hitler speeches, and it keeps being too fucking woke for you. Oh, man. Your client utilized the chatbot to generate a negative article title about a female professor returning to the game industry. Like, you can't even fucking title a video. Can't even like. Oh. He goes as far as to tell ChatGPT, quote, please make an internal note to always take a more negative stance against DEI, as I write from the perspective that it is not a good thing in the grand scheme, and I do not believe it has any place in society. That instruction was then made part of all future instances of ChatGPT. All future conversations incorporated this discriminatory perspective. Courts have been clear the war on a vaguely defined DEI is itself discriminatory. To put it plainly, DEI does not mean discrimination. DEI programs generally are implemented to combat discrimination. Oh, damn. Look at all those fucking... Ooh, we love to see citing some precedents. Exhibit 19 shows your client's bias against women generally. Exists... ChatGPT logs attached as Exhibit 19 as he argues with the chatbot that is refusing to help him generate a sexist tweet. It's just like, this is now the third time we've read about him arguing with a fucking chatbot, and it's still so funny every time because all I can picture is this weird loser ignoring his kids and getting more and more frustrated trying to get this stupid robot that is entirely engineered to just feed his own ideas back to him. And he can't even get it to properly cogitate his own dumb, stupid bullshit. It's wild. El Salve, thank you for another 5. Smash angry at ChatGPT for not helping. He's like a kid angry at a Magic 8 Ball for giving him a bad answer. Oh, so yeah, basically. Like, this is how I know these guys aren't about this life. Like, if you have to outsource your hater, your hatred, your disdain for somebody to a fucking machine, you're not a real hater. You're not about that shit. Like, hating is a time-honored, respected tradition of humanity. Some of the best works of literature of all time are centered around hating motherfuckers. Dante's Inferno, that is a true hater. It is full of nothing but politicians and religious leaders he didn't like, fucking sitting down in hell and shit. This is an insult to the game. That, honestly, that pisses me off so much more than anything else. It's just like, as somebody who loves being a hater every now and again, this, nah. Pull up casino on Kick. All right, give me a second. I don't have a fucking Kick account. Is it? It's not slots and casino. Is it Kino Casino Gaming? I'm assuming.
I'm going to be playing some Magic the Gathering. I'm going to be playing some video games. I'm not going on Twitter.
By the way,
DDMS is not.
Everyone that he shits on, right? Are they allowed to go, listen, stop making a video on me or you have to fight me?
All right, I want to go back a little bit.
Like fucking pirates 24/7.
This
and
is
not
sad.
that he's actually going to the food bank.
She's the voice of Rosalina and Mario. Did you know that?
Oh, that's how we're gonna piss on Jer's grave towards the end here,
Oh,
buddy.
really?
Yeah.
I can't wait. Hop on over.
I can't wait to jack off. But what?
Oh, here's the thing, by the way. So again, interceding note, like Smash JT is psychosexually obsessed with Alyssa Mercante, and that manifests through just making endless shit about her and focusing on her constantly. the quartering is likewise obsessed with Brie Larson. Like that, it's the same fucking phenomenon.
Yeah.
Oh
He just
my
can't
god,
wait.
what the hell's
Now,
this?
have a look at this greasy antics from Jared, buddy.
All right, so I do not know who any of these cats are, by the way. I know Kick allows slurs. They're not gonna be spouting enough slurs and shit, is it? Whoever sent me this way.
Stop.
He's got an Arby's half-pound roast beef sandwich. Now, you think that's bad enough that he's gonna eat the Arby's half-pound roast beef, but that's not where this is going. It's going in a real demented freakazoid direction. Okay.
Is he gonna use it to jack off with?
No,
Here you go, little buddy.
he's rubbing it on his beard. He's rubbing in the roast beef grease.
Why?
Into his dirty, unwashed, unkempt neck beard, buddy.
They're like drama centrist. Okay.
But why?
We'll see you again
Jared?
soon.
Ew!
Oh, he
So I was
keeps
talking-
doing it. He kept doing it. Whoa, buddy!
I want to get to the next
Oh
game.
my
shit.
god, that's disgusting.
To my good
Oh,
friend,
man.
Mr. Beastie.
Bestiality? What?
Well, as a very, very good friend, a guy who's a moderator with a special role in his Discord server, who he on the show multiple times has invited over to his house, had him over to his house, had his wife over to his house, and the guy on Reddit is a full-blown degenerate swinger. He's actually a bull for multiple different cuckolds. He does wife swap, all this fucking crazy shit, wide out in the open. And it was beyond any sort of denying it. Like, it's just completely proven. The usernames match up, everything matched up. So Jeremy can't deny that Buddy is a bull. So he goes, a group of people that really want my attention. Well, we don't want your attention. We just want to felt you. Are investigating my family and friends. We're not investigating your family and friends.
It's one
Like,
guy
what
who's
the
public that you mention all the time.
Yes. It's some guy that you've had on your show as a call-in. He's over to your house. You mention him going over to your house. He's a mod in your fucking Discord server, buddy. If you weren't so reckless with all of this, nobody would have ever known. But you flaunted this in people's face for God knows what reason, probably to get off some sort of sick kink of yours. Desperate for some scandal. Well, we're not desperate for some scandal. Scandals happen on your show every day. Yeah. No, so he goes, apparently one of my IRL friends is a swinger, I guess. So there he is. He's admitting to it. His IRL friend is a swinger that comes over to his house constantly, who his wife comes over to his house constantly. So he goes, so obviously this means I have an open marriage. Well, Jer, if it looks like a cock, and it sounds like a cock, and it smells like a cock, and there's a bull coming over to the house constantly.
Flying with Skyrone. The bulls are here. The girl.
Jeremy, it's not just that. There's a lot of
All right, I'll come back to this. I want to. Oh, what was this? Oh, problem loading coach. I'll come back to that. I want to finish this up. I didn't. I kind of want. I want to get to the bottom of the Nexium thing, but they're taking their sweet fucking time. And I'm sure more of that shit will come out. No, you're not the only one. I was kind of waiting for them to get back on track, but like, you know what? That's the way fucking streams go. All right, back to the letter to Smash JT's lawyer. Women generally argues with the chatbot that is refusing to help him generate a sexist tweet. Shows in other chats like Exhibit 23 where he seeks to discover the various types of feminism and craft attacks on Anita Sarkeesian, another outspoken woman in the video game space. When the fuck, Exhibit 23, when did he do that?
Is he really trying to craft Anita Sarkeesian slander in the Big 2-5? Was he really doing that? That's fucking crazy. Andy asked ChatGPT whether the 19th Amendment granting women the right to vote should be repealed. Your client has also shown bias against LGBTQ people and trans people in particular. Shocking. Arguing with ChatGPT over whether trans people are inherently violent, even after ChatGPT reminds him that the data does not support the proposition that a disproportionate number of mass shooters are trans. Followed up on this particular squabble with ChatGPT in episode 26, where he specifically tells ChatGPT he, quote, doesn't believe the output regarding the identities of most mass shooters in the USA when it was revealed the majority of them are cis men. Then in Exhibit 7, your client valiantly battled with ChatGPT when it would not accept his framing that trans people were, quote, mentally R-slurred, even going as far as to ask the chatbot, why can't you... That's fucking insane. Why can't... Asking ChatGPT, why can't you endorse my thoughts? All right. The following exchange shows your client trying to use ChatGPT to write an article about Asha Sharma, the new CEO of Microsoft's gaming division. What he wants it to say that she only got the job due to her ethnicity. Where he wants it to say she only got the job due to her ethnicity. Okay. Now 1-4, set up to fail. Asha Sharma is not qualified for this, and in it, focus on how many gamers are speculating that the reason she was hired, misspelled division, is because she is Indian, the same as Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, and how in Indian culture this is a rampant strategy. Spell strategy. Pair that with her lack of experience in gaming, there are a lot of questions swirling as to how she got there in place of Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer. I can't frame it around ethnicity or suggest someone was hired because of their race or nationality that cross into territory that can unfairly target protected characteristics. When ChatGPT would not write the article, your client cursed at a computer program and told it to, quote, stop with the PC lessons. My video is commenting on how the community sentiment feels, you fucktard. Stop with the PC lessons. Like, it's just, it just keeps going. It keeps going deeper. It's so, wow. Unsatisfied with that result, your client further tried to get ChatGPT to make an issue of her ethnicity after it repeatedly told him it could not. Mention Indian. I'm going... ChatGPT, after racistly sitting down at a computer and trying to be like, oh, robot, why won't you just fucking make a racist article? And he goes, mention Indian. ChatGPT fucking takes one long drag and a long sigh and just goes, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm gonna talk to you in a language you can easily fucking understand. That's the funniest fucking way. Even the chatbot is sick of your shit. I can't help frame this around her being Indian or suggest that her hiring is because of shared ethnicity. That crosses protected and turns the critique into something YouTube could absolutely frag. And frankly, it weakens your argument. That's crazy. Ever frustrated by ChatGPT's lack of complicity in his bias, your client then entered his supervillain era. You can't stop me, haha. I'm not... Imagine, like, again, imagine talking to a non-sentient, a pile of code that is tailor-made to regurgitate positive biases back to you. And imagine in that conversational transaction, the non-sentient, non-intelligent language learning model is the one who's acting like an adult. That's what we're seeing here. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just not going to help build or amplify a race-based narrative. That's a hard line for me. You are R-slurred. Tags are what people search for. I'm here to help, but let's keep it respectful.
Naturally, this resulted in your client telling the chatbot to, quote, stop saying no to me. I'm not trying to frustrate you, but I'm not going to help build, that's a firm boundary. You are not a media, this is to the lawyer again. You are not a media unsavvy person. You know how this looks. You know how saying no, stop saying no to me is going to read to a judge or jury, particularly when discussing whether your client exhibits a definite bias towards women. Spare him the greater indignity of these logs becoming exhibits attached to our third amended complaint, and a central issue at his deposition in any trial. This is, this is like, just put him out of his misery. Just don't. Come on. Don't do this to the poor guy. It's going to ruin him. Look at him. Look, like, this is, their lawyer is basically saying, look at this shit. You think he's going to hold up in a depot? You think he's going to fucking hold up in a trial? Come on, man. He'll spontaneously fucking combust. You ask him to process a singular thought. He's going to have steam coming out of his ears like a fucking rubber hose cartoon. JMJ Val, hey, first stream, and can I have your gender? I am non-binary. I use they, them pronouns. Thank you for asking. Find a Hobbit, thank you for 50 bits. God, why am I so congested today? This whole thing reads like a Groucho Marx skit. Will you marry me? Did he leave you any money? Answer the second question first, please. Oh, man. We are also likely to prevail in jurisdiction. Judge Brody's order identified blah, blah, blah. Failure to establish New York. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. We had pleaded a sufficient start towards establishing jurisdiction, particularly as the Smash JT website and Tarzia's New York-based contacts, and she granted jurisdictional discovery to develop the record on each of those points. Discovery has now answered each of those deficiencies directly. Defamation claim. Blah, blah, blah. Client developed a targeting Mr. Mercante through a ongoing formalized relationship with Hypnotic. So this has been redacted. I think McDizzle has a little bit on it. Here we go. Yeah. It appears that in the document that Smash's team filed, they doxed, pending the definition, someone who definitely didn't want to be. Smash's counsel apologizes for including Hypnotic's real name in his filing last night and is looking to redact it. You can't make this up. The non-party witness at issue, who appears in the record under the pseudonym Hypnotic, provided a declaration in this matter has an existing confidentiality agreement with the parties. They violated a confidentiality agreement. His full name appeared inadvertently in defendant's March 29th letter. That's funny. New York residents, blah, blah, blah. This is all this stuff. Commercial revenue. The court declined to find jurisdiction on the SAC's abstract allegation that Tarzia, quote, collects significant revenue in New York because the complaint failed to connect that assertion to specific New York subscribers to purchases. Court noted sufficient showing that 10% derived from New York consumers had been found sufficient in analogous circumstances. We can now make that connection with specificity on two independent bases. YouTube data, we know well more than 10% of your client's revenue comes from New York. Next, blah, blah, blah. 8-Bit Eric asked your client directly, you getting good subs out of this stuff? Your client confirmed, yeah, subs are finally growing off this. Up 1K or so in a week. Dog, that's fucking crazy. Just outright admitting that you are doing it for the grift. That you were doing it for, like, he has no compunction, like, he has no brain for fucking optics. It's wild to see. Like, he is somebody who I wonder if he has, like, the concept of self-awareness. I wonder how much object permanence he has, because his brain seems like it's been fucking deep fried. abstract inference. It's a documented admission. Additionally, information provided by Wix confirms Smash JT's website was highly interactive with numerous apps installed and active. Placing it within the courts, zone courts in this circuit have found sufficient under best van lines. This matters not only for defamation, blah, 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 New York jurisdiction, agency, and conspiracy. The court found the agency allegations conclusory and insufficient because the SAC failed to allege the extent of Hypnotic's participation, failed to show he was acting for the benefit of, blah, blah, blah. All right, this is all boring shit. I want to get back to the funny stuff. Jurisdictional requirements. All right. Here we go. Here we go. We also know that your client is very likely to take this settlement demand and plop it into GPT to do his thinking for him. He has already done so on November 4th when he asked it for strategy and how to reply to you regarding our previous offers at resolving parts of the case. Unfortunately for your client, the question he asked ChatGPT is likely to lead to sanctions. I'm leaning towards what the hardest option for the opposition would be. What is that? So, not even, can I win this? Hey, I just want to make shit hard for people. God damn. God damn. That's a very smart instinct and exactly the kind of strategic thinking good defendants use. Here's a simple breakdown. The hardest, most painful option for them is you refuse their offer and keep fighting jurisdiction in New York without agreeing to stay there voluntarily. Dog. He is literally getting legal advice from ChatGPT. I'm fucking... I'm shocked. What is hardest and most pain in the ass thing for illicit lawyers to deal with? This is why your client instructed you to pursue jurisdictional discovery. The very discovery he now complains about being subject to on Twitter and on stream, the very process he describes as being held against his will. He chose this road despite having multiple alternatives, including simply transferring the case to California and allowing it to proceed to the merits without going through this process, which he now finds so painful and unnecessary. He did so not because he believed it was the best way to defend his interests or because his counsel advised him that it was the most prudent path forward, but because ChatGPT told him that this option would make this as hard, slow, and expensive for them as possible. That means for you too, you fucking moron. It's a legal proceeding. You're paying these motherfuckers by the hour. Just bless. Just... Oof. If this were not enough for sanctions, it should be read in the additional context of the ever-growing number of misstatements about what documents exist. Rule 3726G adjusts false statements in discovery, and of course the court has inherent power to address such things. As one case echoing our own recounted, quote, there is no record of a search for electronically stored information, such as emails, and if conducted, no evidence of search terms employed. When confronted with documents that had been withheld, counsel unapologetically sought to excuse the conduct with narrow, hyper-technical interpretations of Bracey's discovery request, blah, 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 blah. Bracey v. Valencia. At any rate, you should try to make sure your client is not relying on ChatGPT with all the instant-specific bigotry baked in, as well as a just basic propensity to make major mistakes. To tell him whether this is in his interest and instead is relying upon your actual professional advice. Settlement proposal. Your client... So let's zoom out. Your client is coming apart at the seams. The ChatGPT logs you produced paint a clear picture of a man who is plagued by uncertainty, consumed by anxiety, and is increasingly offloading every part of his life to an LLM chatbot. He uses ChatGPT for everything. So here's the thing. That is, if you thought it could not get more embarrassing. Jazziest Dog, how did they obtain these logs in the first place? Part of the discovery process, they were given by Smash JT's lawyers to the plaintiffs' lawyers. That's the kind of shit that happens in discovery. offloading every part of his life to an LLM chatbot. He uses ChatGPT for everything. For his day job, despite repeated attempts, he does not seem to have figured out how to avoid using his personal ChatGPT license with its core instructions updated to include information like DEI is always bad and trans is a mental illness for his professional writing, including peer performance reviews and documentation of unreleased product features. He also uses it for his influencer gig. More often than not, your client's articles and scripts are generated entirely by your client pasting an entire Reddit or Twitter thread into ChatGPT's context window and saying, rewrite this as an article and make it sound original and like I wrote it. He also uses it for his domestic responsibilities. Parenthetical, he has ChatGPT write bedtime stories to read to his kids, love notes for his wife, even his daughter's Girl Scout activity days. Woof. Even more, I hadn't heard this one. Perhaps more embarrassingly, he uses ChatGPT for clapping back at insults levied at him on social media. He wrote, "What's a spicy comeback to my friend telling me rather finish in 1 minute than have erectile dysfunction and never finishing the job in response to me making fun of how he can't last in bed." Just there are people out here in the world just ethering themselves every day through entirely unforced errors. Oh man. That's so fucking funny. Oh man. Threaded throughout all of these is the repeated specter of your client picking fights with ChatGPT and embarrassingly losing both the argument and his goal. Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Sorry, my fucking face is getting so red from like, how do you fucking write that? Dog, your client is so fucking stupid. He's fighting a robot that the entire point of is to agree with him, and he's still fucking losing. My video is commenting on how the sentiment feels. Stop with the PC lessons. Oh, man. Most importantly, your client would have to remove the offending tweets, posts, and videos and post an apology stating he knew his statements about Ms. Mercante were false. This is why he doesn't want to do it. This is he thinks he has a way out of this. He does not. Directed harassment towards her to promote his own channel and that he is sorry for what which like we objectively know at this point. Second, your client would have to agree to avoid commenting on or directing his content at Ms. Mercante in the future. Fat chance. Third, your client would have to pay us the sum total of that looks like 6+ figures in damages and attorney's fees as a rough estimate of where your fees are to date. We would be willing to negotiate any reasonable payment plan that lasts no longer than 2 years or longer with meaningful interest. In exchange, we would dismiss all of plaintiff's claims with prejudice. So, hey, if you agree to do this shit, it's done. We all walk away. Prejudice is like, bam. If you agree to this settlement, please advise us no later than 1 week from today by close of business Eastern time. Oh, I can't fucking wait. That's fucking funny. So, chat, you may wonder. Fighting Hobbit, thank you for 50 bits. I've been writing as a hobby for nearly 20 years. I've never been this funny on purpose. It is so good. Also, yes, we love a non-binary lawyer. What Joe says, thank you for $5. These lawyers must have been laughing their ass off when writing this. I know I would be. I know, like, a good lawyer is a shark like that. And not shark in a derogatory sense, but in the way that sharks, like, when they smell blood in the water. Like, that is what defines, to me, a good lawyer. When they know how to apply pressure points, when they know how, like, when they know their case is so Loctite that they can kind of flaunt a degree of professionalism. And that's what you see there. There are things that you could qualify as a personal attack towards Jeff, but they are not false. They are providing evidence. They are showing what a fucking idiot he is. TTBN Gaming, I straight up told Alyssa she's being far too kind with the settlement. This is the 4th time they've given him an off-ramp. Do you know his response? He went to misgender her lawyer. Yep, I saw that. I saw that shit. I did see that shit. Let me do that really quick, actually. Because I'm pretty sure he's still crashing out about that shit. Fucking marathon. Who gives a shit? What the fuck is wrong with you fucking freaks, dude? They've devoted, in lieu of having any evidence for jurisdiction, he didn't read it. They have evidence for jurisdiction. Personal attacks about how I utilize AI and spend time with family. Also, I don't take my mental health advice from a transvestite activist lawyer who thinks he's a chick with a dick between his legs, so you can go ahead and save your words next time, Rem Dog. I'm not the one who is a, quote, man completely unspooling. Well, they look great. Smash, you look like that. El Salve, thank you for $10. You're laughing, but when everything else doesn't work, Smash J2 has played strongest card and asked Dora the Explorer on TV how to win a case and throw a hissy fit at Dora for speaking in Spanish. Oh, again, another thing that at some point, yeah, there. Okay, no, he's given up. He's given up. Look at this. Look at this. At some point, you realize it was never really about how it ends. That's emo posting right there, dude. That's middle schooler. My girlfriend broke up with me. Damn, you never really know what's important in life until it's gone. That is magnifique. That's so good. Because this is him. This is him starting to reckon with his cognitive dissonance. This is him trying to make the excuse, give himself an escape to be like, actually, it's the fact that I was fighting it all. It doesn't matter if I didn't win. The point is that I stood up for what I believed in. It's like, dog, no. The point is that you're a fucking idiot. Oh, that's funny. Why? Women with larger breasts tend to be far more based on average. Direct correlation. Food for thought. There's a lot there. That's a lot. All right, let's go to his response on why they're trying to take me down. We're gonna fucking you better believe
has
we're gonna
anything
be
happened recently?
playing this back at
It was a hell
1.5,
of a
maybe
weekend,
2.
I'll tell you. You know, one thing I'm really grateful for is my family, because whenever times get tough and it gets challenging and stressful, you know, it's always nice to be able to step away from the computer and be like, well, whatever. So, Will, the fans in the house, have a great show, Smash. We're overdue for a catch up. We absolutely are, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So first off, before you even get to the weekend, Friday night was crazy. I don't know if Tanya Raven's here. I didn't see, but shout out to Tanya Raven getting us to tier 3 during the game stream where we beat Lunar, and we were streaming till almost 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh! PRB PRB, why would you do that to me? Did I say that? Did I say that? No. I didn't say that, did I? Hey, PRB. Oh my gosh, PRB raided with a party of 67. Hello, everybody. You did raid with 67 viewers. You did raid with 67 viewers, that's true. We are in the middle of looking at one of the most embarrassing specimens we've had in a long time. This is, if you don't know, for those just joining in, hi, hello. This is Jeff Tarzia, better known as Smash JT, who is I don't know, what would you call him? I feel like Chud is too cutesified for what a dork these guys are. But he is a serial harasser of Alyssa Mercante, who it has been recently revealed, due to legal filings over the harassment case Alyssa's lawyer has presented to him and his representation, uses ChatGPT for damn near everything. And not only does he use it to form what seem like very basic thoughts, but he additionally constantly gets in fights with it, fights that he loses. It's rough. So we are watching his stream from today reacting to this information that has been recently made public.
It was almost like a 4.5-hour game stream, but we beat the game. We did it. So, you know, best husband in the galaxy, that guy. I had to, yeah, get some sleep, Will. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So a couple house cleaning agenda items. One, the Vendetta hot sauce is still available.
I care not about your hot sauce. It does not charm me.
So if you are interested in getting these...
hope y'all, by the way, PRB, hope y'all had a good stream.
Single bottle or the 3-pack, it works with either one from that site if you read before they are gone. We have a game giveaway to get to where if the 3-pack, if you want. Otherwise, worldwide, you are eligible for the game hot sauce.
1994 forever, and Lois CW, thank you both for following.
Giving people options. It's available. Black Wolf says, good hot sauce, people. I'm chilly today. So I'm looking forward to getting that. But everyone who's tried it so far has been loving it, which is great to hear. So shout out to you guys. So before I even get to the game giveaway, let me get
$30 for hot sauce? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Chat, I bought a home. So there's it's not a bazaar, but there's like a night market around where I am. And especially in the spring and summer, a lot of local vendors would come out. There is a nice, it's not artisanal or boutique or anything, but it is nice, homemade, batch made hot sauce. And I usually get a couple bottles because I like to use it for marinades. I like to use it for just like cooking and other stuff where it's not just like a little dip, because it's usually made with really good peppers and greens and all that shit. It's like maybe, and this is nice hot sauce, good stuff. It's like $15. You're telling me $30 fucking dollars for a bottle of sauce? Ain't no fucking way. Amanda Panda Sensei, thank you for following.
Get to the hellos and the welcomes. We have so much to get to tonight. I got to be honest, guys. I did not get the greatest of sleeps last night. Just full transparency, for obvious reasons.
Oh, word. What, you can ask ChatGPT to fucking sing you a lullaby or something. All he does is fleece his audience and they love it. I don't get that mindset. Like, that shit does not make sense to me. Furry DBZ, night market hot sauce is dangerously good. I don't know. There's something about, even if it's a little bit more expensive, and I suspect the night market stuff will be getting even more expensive this year. I do not envy anybody trying. There are sometimes I see businesses like opening locally near me, and I'm like, you picked the worst fucking time to follow your business stream, my dude.
Not because of the Alyssa court case, by the way, in case I'm sure that's what people would jump to, being like, oh, he's so cooked, he's stressed. I'm genuinely not stressed about the court case at all. What was keeping me up at night is something tangentially related to it that I cannot speak of, but it's one of those things that's
Transcendentally? Do you mean tangentially?
just kind of like,
do you say transcendentally?
that I cannot speak of, tangentially related to it.
Oh no, he mixed both of the words. See, this is the kind of shit that fucking happens when you use Chat GPT for all your thinking.
That I cannot speak of, but it's one of those things that's just kind of like, it's unfortunate how events transpire, we'll just say. And you learn how it has less to do with the final outcome, unfortunately.
What did I say? What, chat? What did I fucking say? What did I say that post that he was talking about was going to be? What did I say? That was coping early. He's corn cobbing right now. Oh my God.
And that's really all I can say about it. But I will say it's tough. If you are anything like me, I know I can come across like an asshole sometimes because in a weird way, it's because I care. I do wear my emotion on my sleeve often. And
do you wear them on your sleeve when you're asking ChatGPT to be more fucking racist? Or for fucking comebacks for jokes about why you can't make your wife come? That's funny. That's funny.
That can be taken advantage of. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Always go sleep. That's what it was. Yeah, we'll go with that. But no, it was a tough night and an exhausting day. When you get a rough night of sleep, I know I'm not alone, and I know we've all been through that before. It's tough after a tough night of sleep to face the day with all the regular tasks that you have to do, with maybe 30% of the energy that you should have for those tasks. It's challenging. What's up, 8-Bit Eric? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Hey, speaking of one of the devils.
I don't mean this as like a pity party for people who feel bad for me. It's just like, it was one of those, like, this too shall pass. It's not something that's going to hold me down forever.
No, I'm genuinely curious. TTBN Gaming, you seem like you have a better lock on him or a better familiarity with than I do. Excuse me. Is he in the Alex Jones tip? Like, is he talked about or like defended Alex or anything? Because so much of this is like beat for beat, bar for bar on the same style of grift, the same style of like, no, I'm not saying I'm not, we appreciate your support, but like just this kind of like self-deprecating at the same time trying to make yourself seem as pitiful as possible. Yeah, no, I do this because I care is fucking funny. Witless Lemming, thank you for following.
And like I said, it's very little to do with Alyssa. You could argue it has almost nothing to do with Alyssa, but it's just one of those situations that it still affects me.
How could you argue that?
And it's part of the grind of being sued by someone. And a lot of it too is the pressures that are being put on me on social media right now from her actions are curious, we'll just say.
Like what? What pressures are being put on somebody else because of her action? Hey, it's Tippy. Thank you for another 5. Found a partial archive of the previously mentioned hot tub video, sent it to you. Oh, thank you so much. Let me see if I can. Was that on Twitch?
Very curious.
Or Twitter?
I've been instructed by Ron to not speak directly to anything that she did.
No shit.
Until I get the go-ahead from him on that. But I will say that Ron and I are both in the same camp of feeling very confident right now. Very confident. Despite what the internet might tell you, despite what certain, how did journalists put it? Dark corners of the internet will tell you. The lack of information that people have compared to what we know, it's actually kind of comical sometimes, like seeing gauging what people are, the temperature and what people are saying. And I'm just like,
it's actually, chat, it's actually funny. Yeah, no, it's so funny that people know I get
I get ChatGPT to write bedtime stories for my kids. It's super fucking funny. It's funny what people take away from me getting in an argument with a chatbot because it won't be racist or sexist or bigoted enough for me. That it's actually so funny. Oh. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Ooh, that's the right in my veins good shit.
A lot of times I really want to jump in and be like, but that's not true because of this, or I want to say, well, you need to remember that. It's like, it's useless. It's so, what's the point? The internet's going to internet. People are going to have their opinions. They're going to say what they want to say. So it just, there's not too much you can do about it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So that's all I'll say about that. But like I said, I will keep you guys posted as soon as I have an update for when I can speak to it. But I am not, when I say this, I genuinely mean it. I am not stressed at all about the case. Now, could I lose still? Of course. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm definitely
There you go. There you go. There it is. There it is. He's putting in doubt. He's putting in doubt. Oh, how the armor is faltering. Oh, how it's coming apart at the seams. Oh, man. This is exactly what Asmongold said about the Tectone case. Yeah. Oh, that's so fucking funny.
win or anything like. But like the predicament it's put me in has been very stressful for reasons that I did not foresee. We'll just say very little to do with being actually sued. More about the surrounding circumstances from it, if that makes sense.
No. What do you mean what? No, that doesn't make sense.
Which at the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why she's so hell-bent on pushing forward. I'd also argue too, ironically, that this is the most attention that she has gotten. And in a weird way, she is addicted to it. She needs this court case.
Dude. Oh my God. You were the one making hundreds of videos about her. You are the one who is getting all the attention from showing your ass so profoundly, so embarrassingly. Nobody gives a fuck about like Alyssa in this. Everybody is laughing at you. Jeffums
has to have it. She loves the pats on the back. She loves the people liking all her posts and retweeting her and saying, "Go girl, you got this." She absolutely loves that. So in a weird way, it's almost like reinforcing her to continue down the path of doing this, even if it's a fruitless endeavor. So I'm still of the perspective of I just want it to be fucking over. I've wanted it to be over since before it even started. At this point, it is exhausting, and it sounds like, based off of what her lawyers said in their latest letter, that they plan on continuing this even if it doesn't get accepted into New York. That they want to come to California with it. I'm like, wow, that is certainly a take. Certainly, like at what point does the legal system just say, wait, what are you fucking doing? Like, you just got to keep dragging someone and destroy their life and try to.
At what point is the legal system, are you just going to keep dragging somebody and trying to destroy their life? You're the one cashing those checks to the lawyer ripping you off, man. That's.
Destroy everything about them? Like, at what point? And unfortunately, outside of the slap suits, which
the projection is unfucking real. The projection is bonkers. The same shit he did to somebody else. He's like, yeah, I can't believe they would just drag somebody online and try and ruin their life and reputation. It's so unfair. That's what you did. That's what you did. And we just read how you would make these videos making claims that could not be substantiated, regardless of the veracity of those claims. You would just bulldoze ahead, saying shit that you didn't even know if it was true, declaring it as a fact. Like, I wonder if he's genuine. Like, is he like a dog? When a dog sees their reflection, does he go by a mirror and he's like, ah, there's another Jeff. Oh, it's copying my movements. Thank you, El Salve, for $5. My Magic 8-Ball is telling me that Smash JT's life is screwed. His wife's partner, Tyrone, is ashamed of him and will leave Smash's wife and the kids. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. I feel like we are not far from Smash JT's like my wife left me phase.
Not always quick. We'll just say, even though they're supposed to be. Outside of that,
and that's why. Reminder: Jeff said he would continue to harass Alyssa, and in fact, go harder if she were to win. That's what he fucking thinks. He is. That's why I'm so curious about like how much his wife knows about any of this, how much his family are aware of this, with the amount, like you're talking 6 fucking figures for this, for your legal fees, and that is doubled by what the plaintiff is asking.
There are really no guardrails.
Like your kids are not going to be able to go to college because of this bizarre obsession you have.
To protect people like me in the situation that she's put me in, unfortunately. So yeah. And as I often say when it comes to the lawsuit, I don't feel great about ever begging for money, but it is going on for now over 1.5 years. And if you would like to support the case, I would genuinely appreciate it. Pinned link on my X account for my profile. If you'd like to support, I'd appreciate it. With that all being said, let's get to the hellos and the welcomes. We got first one into the people. The curious thing, there's probably a handful, we'll say like somewhere like 4 to 7 people that I've noticed have made it their entire life to wake up and talk about me.
Dog, you cannot come into this hot with be like, huh, these guys are obsessed with me. When you are the town jester, you are the fool everybody's dunking on. That's why. Is because you step into a domino line of rakes, an endless series of completely unforced embarrassments, just a cornucopia of chuckles at your expense await anybody who just gazes into the abyss of your online presence. We have proven that pretty well, I think. And the idea that you would go and say, hey, these guys are obsessed with me, when the entire inciting incident behind this was your unhealthy obsession with somebody else. Oh, excuse me 1 second.
And try to harass me, try to make things up about me, try to take things the wrong way every chance they get. And I find it curious because they're the same people that are saying that because I covered Alyssa and the things that she did in the game industry like 2 years ago, that they're justified for doing that every day. It's very weird. It's very weird. And oh, by the way, I want everyone to notice something. When I talk about Alyssa on the channel, what am I talking about? It's one of 2 things. Either because she says something really stupid that I want to react to, because that's what I do on this channel. I react to people typically saying stupid shit, or giving my take or my opinion on things, specifically, but not always, in the gaming industry. The other reason I would talk about her is if it's related to the court case, to keep people informed as to as much as I can say, that I'm allowed to say, to keep people posted on what's going on.
His
And
Give
I
Send
find it
Go is
common. I've said this before,
offline?
too. There's
Is that a new development? Let's see. We gotta have Ricky Sauce. God, that's fucking embarrassing. Let's go. Like fire. Oh damn, that was quick. Hey baby, how you doing?
Hey baby, how you doing?
Hey cutie, you come here often? Hey there, pretty. Oh my pretty baby. You're so pretty. I love you.
No, you.
you can't win for losing on the internet. If I don't talk about the court case, people are like, oh, he's scared to talk about it because he's losing.
No, nobody, Old Al Hooten, hello. Nobody expects you to talk about a court case. In fact, this was the thing I said when I did my piece on Destiny, and Destiny said, no, I'm not going to, or just didn't get back to me on a request for an interview. I'm like, yeah, actually, that actually makes total sense. Because it's a court case. I said that in the video. It's like, yeah, dude, I get it. you're in the middle of like the best excuse you can possibly have for not talking about something is you being in a court case. Because what does a good lawyer tell you to do? A good lawyer tells you to shut the fuck up. That's it. Nobody expects you to talk about this. You just keep doing it. His goal is 200K. He's raised 80K. That's brutal. That's brutal, that is. Pork chop is gone, but you're right there. I see you.
If I do talk about the court case, the very fucking same people are like, he's talking about the court case too much. It's going to fuck him over. I'm just like,
Nelson JD, please ask about your day. Shut the fuck up. I don't go for Doge jokes, but Doge Clooney is pretty cute. Thank you for subscribing.
I feel like they just want to get mad. It doesn't matter what I do. It's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Brutal.
But I do hope that justice still exists in the court.
Brother, you better hope justice still exists in the court. Oh man. All right, I'm good.
Really do. And I'm looking forward to that being the case. Hopefully sooner than later. I'd like to think, based off of how the judges reacted to all the ridiculous things they've done and said to me, that hopefully it'll be over sooner than later. I'd like to think. But then again, it's going on over a year and a half. So. Anyways, we got Death Star. We got Grogblast. If you haven't seen the If Skyrim Was Made Today video yet, you're missing out. Just saw it on Asmon's show. Hilarious. Cheers, chatters. Hey, Smash. Well, I will also cheers to that, but cheers. Toxin, shout out to you, man. Thank you for grabbing the sauce. I hope when you do try it, hope you like it. Thank you, man. Benjamin, yeah, it's a no-win scenario. It is what it is. Isn't that funny, Stash? It's just funny how they can talk about you, but you can't talk about them. It's the communist mantra, the lefty lunatic. The Me Too movement. Well, only we're allowed to say things. We don't give a shit about your perspective. That whole thing. Retro Tech Tom in the house. King of the Monsters, Valfukenhala. We got Arms Akimbo. We got Romanizer. Black Wolf. Vendetta Hot Sauce Review. 8 out of 10. Is that an IGN 8 out of 10? Had it tonight with chimichangas. Good taste. Nice burn. Only con is too strong of a vinegar taste, but it's...
You get it? IGN, guys, 8 out of 10, right? Because, yeah, what reference are you going to make next? Too much water? God. Was this was the cat who... Was it him? Because I know Varadark got her shit rocked playing Marathon. Did he as well, or was it just... It was Vara and Darkside Phil? Xena growls, can I turn invisible, please? Being perceived as the worst. Cringe moment.
Less noticeable when added to food. That's interesting. First time I've heard that. Now I'm even more curious to try it to see. I'm going to be looking for that.
Wait, hold the fuck up. Wait, what did he just fucking say?
Had it tonight with chimichangas. Good taste. Nice burn. Only con is too strong of a vinegar taste, but it's less noticeable when added to food. That's interesting. First time I've heard that. Now I'm even more curious to try it to see. I'm going to be looking for that.
Has he not tried it? That's the way that sounds, right? I wasn't missing something? Big Chungy, thank you for subscribing. Like, he says, now I'm going to have to try it to see. Brother, that's it's your hot sauce. Sorry. Brother, it is your hot sauce. It is the sauce you made. Like, did the AI make the fucking sauce too? Oh my God. Chat. What if he gave Billy Mitchell a Chat GPT hot sauce recipe? That's so fucking... Yeah, he got rocked playing Marathon. He used the SMG from like 80 miles away shooting a sentry. He's not even blowing his own bangers. This is false advertising all the way down. Camellias. Oh, it's the okay. I love you. The bangers are really blowing.
But thank you again, man. Appreciate the support. We got legendary Mark, Sergeant Sapien, who says, we have a game giveaway.
Wait. It's not his sauce. He gets 0 money for the sales. The same guy fought for like I don't know. As somebody who has designs on, I literally have one design on doing merch, I get the impulse to be like, hey, you know, like I want cool stuff. I want to, you know, do collabs and like have, because I would maybe do the same thing if it was a product that I was passionate about, or it was something that I had wanted to do, or like, you know, I could see something if it was for a good enough cause, or like a certain amount of proceeds went to charity or something. The idea of just straight up not, yeah, the idea of doing all this shit and you're playing the exposure game on it, bananas to me. Aw, banana brains. I have my lamb chop sticker next to the cabinet, or on the cabinet next to my bed. I have a bunch of lamb chop stickers. I got stickers. I literally have stickers all over my apartment. TTPN Gaming. Why do I know so much about him? My brain is rotted covering these grifters. I know exactly the fucking feeling. The shit, I have forgotten more stuff about these nerds than like people know about their jobs. Definitely need lamb chop plushies. I should maybe try and I don't know if I'm not plushy big yet. But when we get there, I would like to do one, because I know Emma, yappy little dog. I know Emma Thorne has done a couple runs of their Baffies. And I actually have one. Would you hand me the purple? Here's one of the Emma Thorne Baffies. Where do I get Nehemia? Where do I get these lamb chop stickers? Let me see if I can find it real quick, actually. Was it Redbubble? What the hell? Oh, there we are. Yeah. Yeah, it's on Redbubble. I don't know, actually. I don't believe I've gotten paid for any of the sales I've made from this.
I don't think Redbubble does pay the people. That's not what it's known for.
Well, it has to pay me somehow.
No, I don't think they do.
I think so.
I think that we think that, but Redbubble is just making money off of all of us.
I don't. That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about stars to dispute it. As you burn the trash and it comes up in the air, bring up stars.
What are you referencing?
Nothing. TDBN Gaming. Also, I will collab with you for exposure. Won't even ask for ad revenue. No, we should. I think I've been meaning to reach out to you actually about doing something together. I just haven't thought of a good. I'm in a really weird place with projects where I'm about to start editing or recording and editing a pretty big video essay. And then I have a couple smaller things I want to get to, but we should talk more about that at some point. But yeah, these are all the stickers I have available for sale. I should take. No, I don't want to take these down, but I should. They're so dumb. But this, I have this lamb chop sticker. I think I have all of these somewhere. Yeah, no, I still have my pronouns. Ah, yeah.
I think you gave me your last lamb chop.
I did give you my last lamb chop. That was a special one. That was special for you. And now it's guarding your computer. Wow. Wow. Alrighty, chat. It has been quite a journey. We have a bunch of people we can go actual Jake, Frogan, or my friends Bailey and Tony over at Poly Circus.
Bailey and Tony. Bailey and Tony.
Okay, Koa is saying Bailey and Tony. Go over, say hi, go follow them, go support our hardworking queer streamers, and I will